All right, what is up? Welcome to the Sporter Kings. My name is St. Kramer, Brian the Grizzly, Brandman Brandon. What is going on, guys?
It
Nothing much.
is it is almost Friday. It feels really nice out, and I have my windows open and am barefoot, which I've been waiting to do for a
Yeah,
while.
nice. Yeah, yeah.
I'm in the basement. I can't be barefoot. It's cold down here. But look, guys, my birthday, 1 week, one more week. We got Friday, next Friday. I turn 39. So that means I'm younger than all these guys, both these guys.
Yeah, yeah,
Happy birthday in advance.
Appreciate
yeah.
it. And I got my new Justin Fields helmet in.
Ooh, number 2, man. You see
I'm telling you.
him in his new gear.
I was like, yeah, I told you guys I'm a Steelers fan too now. It's over.
Mm-hmm.
So
Yeah.
just waiting for the jersey to come in. It'll be all over.
Yeah, that'd be nice. See. So I'm trying to get a bunch of stuff done. Matt Film Show, yo, what's up,
Matt
gang?
Film.
Going on,
Dude.
Matt Film.
You know, when you talk about now that we hit 1,500, it's time to do this giveaway.
Yeah.
I think next week we need to do something.
That's I just thought about that too. I was like, oh yeah, man, it's and we're over like 1506, I think now. So it's always like it creeps up, and then once you hit that number, and then it's like it shoots up.
Yeah.
Like, it took us like 2 weeks to get 10, and then now in like a day
we 30
got
in
like,
one day.
Yeah. So but now we appreciate it. Yeah, we'll figure something out, and we'll get a cool like chill day with a giveaway and stuff like that.
Well, I just want to make sure we know that first off, we need to make sure we're gonna take care of our members. So the members, we're gonna do that, and then you guys can choose whatever you want. I'm gonna have like a list. I'm gonna take a picture of each item so you guys can see each item. We can line them all up, and you guys can whoever wins can take whatever they want, and we'll send it out right away.
Yeah. We'll do that. I don't know if we should we do it on the same day or separate days. I don't know. So we could do
I think we should do it on the same day, and we could do the members like on live on the show still too, and then just do everyone else's there.
Just do one long show, and then just do just for the members.
Yep.
Yeah, we could do that. I like that. But yeah, we'll figure that out soon. And then Presto Talks Reviews. What's up, Preston? Say what's up, guys. Talk later. I'm streaming the NBA Finals on Twitch right now. But talk later. Nice, man.
Hey,
nice.
The game's almost over, bro. The game was over when Kristaps Porzingis decided to go 9 of 11 and score 18 points in 11 minutes. So yeah.
Ooh, damn.
Yeah, the unicorn became unicorny.
Yeah.
Yeah. Boston's up 25. They've been up like around 30 the entire game.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't watch any of the game today. Was it game? Is it game 1?
It's game 1.
Okay. Mm-hmm. Yeah. But cool. Have fun over there, Preston. Tony, do the damn
Tony.
Damn thing. Feeling like a spoiled king. I like that.
I love man.
Me too.
Awesome,
I like
that's
that.
Great.
Yeah. That's I was reading it, and then I was like laughing. So I was like, I like that. That's a good one. What's up, Tony?
Yeah, I don't know if you guys know the Ultimates came out.
It did. I grabbed it.
Ooh.
Yeah. So
and haven't read it, but I grabbed it yesterday.
This one's the one I've been waiting on. The Blood Hunt with Wolverine.
Oh, I didn't. Well, I guess it makes sense they're doing Wolverine because they're doing it with like all of them, right?
Yeah, Wolverine, his Venom.
Yeah.
I was asking myself if I should
700. But you see that Magneto pushing Charles, right behind him. But that was pretty cool.
I like that.
And then I don't know if you guys got the first Blood Hunters. This is the second one.
Did not get it yet.
And then the Disney, the Dazzler, a mini, Uncanny X-Men. So that was a cool one too. So yeah, we had some real cool comics that came out this week.
Mm-hmm.
Or like that. I know we need to do like just a comic book show or night or something like that.
Oh, I'm ready. I wish. Hold on.
I know. Jesus, man, that's all from today.
There's another pile over there. I'm almost done with Uncanny X-Men. Like all. Like, I've almost caught up to all of it. Yeah. I just go to different places and like, all right, show me which ones, and I go through my CLZ app and put it together. That one and Amazing Spider-Man. I got about 300 Amazing Spider-Man now.
I think I'm going to go back to collecting Amazing Spider-Man. I've been giving it some thought.
It's
not sure where I should restart, but yeah,
it's a good one. You pick a point and just go from there. As long as you also read them, I mean, it's always a good thing because you understand the story better as you're doing it.
Mm-hmm.
What's that? Sorry, I'm like kind of going through some news things real quick. Let's see.
And then I don't know, did you guys heard about Avengers 5 is officially happening?
Yeah. And Sean Levy is the latest director and talks to direct.
No, they say it's his job if he wants it. So the director of Deadpool and Wolverine, they already said like if you want it, it's yours, 100%.
Yeah,
I bet. Yeah, and you know he's done enough work in the past to where I'd be pretty confident in him doing it. But still, I want to see how he pulls off Deadpool and Wolverine first. Even though he's made a ton of stuff that I've liked in the past. But
actually, I was watching John Campea about the Deadpool Wolverine thing. So obviously the rating came out and he was talking about it. You know, rated R, violence, sexual, blah blah blah. But gore was on there, and Campea was saying that this is the first of the 3 Deadpool movies that has the rating with gore under it. And I'm like, that's crazy. Like, you're telling me the first 2 didn't have the gore rating under the R?
I mean, you didn't see any of the bodies being destroyed. You didn't see him go through the wood chipper. Like, you just saw the result of going through the wood chipper.
You saw all the blood splatter. But it would make sense if you know he's gonna kill. Like, I'm assuming, I could be wrong. I'm not really expecting it, but I'm assuming it's gonna be a lot of like Deadpool kills Marvel kind of thing. That's what I'm expecting to see, even if it's something along those lines. Like, so I expect to see a lot of Fox characters come in and not make it.
Deadpool kills the Foxverse.
Yeah, something along those lines.
What if it's Wolverine killing them?
It could be. And
then using Deadpool to go save, because he's the only other person that can be stabbed or whatever and heal immediately and fight him. And then they decide to join together.
Yeah. Cool.
Because think about this, Wolverine would have killed Jean Grey.
Yeah.
And that could be something that is going on. And then they're like, okay, you gotta kill him because he's killing everybody.
I like that. Yeah. I could definitely see that. But there's gonna be a butt ton of killing to the point where they're gonna make it like, it's obviously rated R. That surprised no one, but adding that gore in there, I was like, oh, okay. And then realizing, like, finding out that the first 2 weren't. So I was like, if that wasn't, this is gonna be a bloodbath. Like, right? I mean, this is gonna be like a lot of killing, man. Which would make sense because you're adding, like you said, you're adding Wolverine, and Wolverine you assume is gonna be a lot of stabbing.
That's how I was. Yeah, that's how I was looking at it. I was looking at it much more simplistically, just Wolverine and Deadpool together in one movie. The Deadpool franchise is notoriously rated R. Logan was the first R-rated movie in the franchise. You're putting them together to just go through the multiverse and just chop up and shoot up a bunch of stuff.
Yeah. And then also I'm looking at Sean Levy's his IMDb of just directing.
Yeah.
he's got some really good stuff. So
yeah,
going back to the 90s. Well, real quick, Secret World of Alex Mack. He did a couple episodes there.
Oh yeah, I remember that.
He did a few episodes of Animorphs. I don't know if you've ever seen that one.
I remember Animorphs. Watched it.
He did. I know. Brian's gonna like this. The Jet Jackson, the movie, and he did 46 episodes of the TV show.
Oh man, he is now my favorite director.
I
love his name is Jet Jackson. Oh
yeah, Big Fat Liar.
Big Fat Liar was like
just
good. He did Big Fat Liar. I think that was like his first feature film, and then
pretty much.
What was it after that? Night at the Museum. 1 through 3.
No, well, he did Just Married. I thought that was a really.
He did Just Married.
I
thought I knew I was missing something.
He did a Beyonce music video. Night at the Museum. The two of them. Date Night.
Yeah, Date Night.
Awesome. That was a real hidden gem right
there. Yep. He did Real Steel. He did
the internship.
Surprisingly good.
The internship was awesome. He did that one too.
He did that one. Didn't get a lot of critics, but I think it got a lot of love. It was a fun movie.
I love it. Yeah.
He did the Adam Project.
Did the Adam Project.
And then he did Free Guy. Well, Free Guy before the Adam Project.
Yeah.
Stranger
Things. He's done 8 episodes, and I think he's gonna do I think he's doing all 3 of the next ones. I know he's involved big in the
they
end
said
of
that
Stranger
Things. Was the big thing that was going to stop him from possibly doing Avengers 5, depending on when Stranger Things actually comes out,
if ever. At that point, just
Caleb McLaughlin is now. I'm turning 39 next Friday. Caleb McLaughlin is also turning 39 next Friday.
Yeah, but that's why I went way down on his IMDb and saw Secret World, Alex Mack, Jet Jackson. I was like, okay, like he's done some good TV stuff, and then went out to do some really fun movies too. So. He did although he did do he did an episode of the Birds of Prey TV show. Just an episode. So
we can forget about that. The rest of his filmography kind of cancels that out.
Yeah, exactly. So
I can forget One Step Up.
Yeah, right. But yeah, not a bad thing, and he, obviously really good friends with Hugh Jackman and Ryan Reynolds. So
Ryan Reynolds,
for sure we're seeing Deadpool. If he directs, we're seeing Deadpool in Avengers 5.
So did you hear about that whole thing about Hugh Jackman and when he decided to do Deadpool?
No.
So he said Ryan Reynolds sent him the script and everything, and he was reading through it, and he just called Ryan Reynolds straight up. Just called him, was like, "Yeah, hey, I'm in." And then he forgot. He had to wait 3 weeks to tell. He forgot to tell his agent that he already.
That I did hear about.
He was like, "Oh, yeah, I already committed to this other thing. I didn't tell you about it at all. Yeah, I'm doing it. You gotta work out the money. My bad.
Figure it out.
Yeah, I sure did hear about that. That I did hear about. Yep.
Yeah, that's funny. Yeah, I know about that. And then I missed this one. Matt Film said, my birthday is Sunday, going to celebrate it. On Saturday, going to Legoland for the first time.
That's pretty
there you go. That's awesome.
Yeah. If that's the big Legoland in Florida,
California.
I know I never seen. Well, I haven't seen too much of the California one. The Florida one in Orlando, I see a lot of people, that I follow, like Disney people, go there, and it looks really fun, man. It looks really fun, especially in Halloween time. Legoland and Halloween time down in the Orlando one, it's pretty cool. You do the trick or treating and all that fun stuff too. Just give me Legos. Don't even give me candy. Just give me minifigs. That's all I want. But yeah, man. But Sunday, yeah. So happy birthday.
Yeah, happy birthday, Matt.
Happy birthday.
Sure.
Happy early
birthday. Happy birthday, Matt.
Yeah, have fun
at
Legoland, Matt.
Does that mean he's a Gemini, or is he no? You're a Gemini. Good job. Good job being a Gemini.
Let's see. So I'm not even gonna
Oh,
bother.
actually, Lego. You know, the biggest Legoland is actually in New York, right?
Oh, really?
Yeah.
That's interesting. It's got to be all inside then, right?
So there's 150 acres, over 50 rides and shows and attractions. It's the New York one, New York Resort.
Okay.
It's in Hudson Valley.
Okay. Oh, okay. So, wait, that's right outside of New York
Yeah, perhaps it's New York State.
State.
Yeah.
Okay. That's so annoying. Name your state and your city the same thing.
The same thing. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. So we're gonna watch a couple trailers and then we're gonna get to the Acolyte and talk about that. That's gonna be interesting. Oh, John Campea just posted his out of theater review for Bad Boys like
Bad
7 months ago. I haven't.
My uncle went and saw it last night because he was in Florida.
Ooh,
he saw it last night and he said, "You'll enjoy it."
Yeah, that's what I heard so far from early people that like it's good. The one thing I did want to talk about, because I don't know if Brandon's really interested in it, but I know Brian, especially going down to Disney, the new the Splash Mountain remodel happened, and a lot of people are getting to ride it now, like early the press, a lot of the press people.
I'm definitely interested in that. I love Splash Mountain.
Yeah.
Since I've been to Disney World.
Well, you know why they're replacing it, but yeah, now it's going to be some different.
Yeah. So now Splash Mountain is gone. It's been gone for about a year now.
Yeah.
And now it's Tiana's Bayou Adventure. So it's pretty much a story that happens after the movie of Princess and the Frog with Tiana and stuff like that.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah. Yeah. So it just started. It just opened up. Well, it technically opens up the 28th when Brian's down there. Which get ready for that, man, because it is gonna be insane.
I was talking to my mother-in-law today because we were like, "You ready? I got my app. You ready? Yeah,
yeah." Oh,
soon as
you
they
both
allow
be on the app, just like refresh, like
exactly
7 a.m. You're just like, get it. But yeah, so a lot of the early reviews are coming out on it, and it's not great, but it's not horrible. I think from a lot of because I watch a lot of like Disney YouTubers and are just like Orlando people that do a lot of Universal and Disney and stuff like that, and they all seem to be about the same idea. Like it's good, it's not great, but like they all have the same issues of like the lighting is a little off, and then the story, it doesn't flow as good when you go through the ride. So
let's be true, honest, guys. A Small World is a terrible story. Like it's terrible.
Yeah.
I mean, most of the stories are not this unbelievable story. Like
but like even when they're saying that, I was like, the old Splash Mountain, it was fun, but like, did anybody like pay attention to the story? Because the story was like not the great. Yeah, I was like, whatever. Like, oh, cool. You see, the Briar Rabbit, I think it was. Like, oh, here's he's getting hunted by the bear or whatever. It's like, it was cool. It was fun. Don't get me wrong, but this one's cool. I've watched a couple of the POV ride-alongs with it. You get all the music. The animatronics look great. I think they look amazing. So, but I feel like a lot of people still have that nostalgia to Splash Mountain. I'm like, oh, but that was so great. That was so great. But I was like, yeah, but it's the same ride. It's the same exact ride. They just ripped out all the animatronics and replaced them with Princess and the Frog stuff.
And it's newer.
It's
And then what you're going to do for the beginning, they're going to have an actor playing Princess Tiana being there as you exit, so like the kids can run and I don't know if you ever seen the princesses when you take pictures with them and all that stuff. So that's going to be huge too. Yeah.
Damn, 107 to 89. They whooped them. Yeah, but yeah, they're gonna do that. I heard the merch is pretty cool. I watch WDW, which is like Walt Disney World News Tonight, and it's just like it's funny because it's just like this like 40-year-old guy who just is like a Disney adult, and his whole life has just become Disney news, which is super cool, if that's what you like. And it made it his job, basically.
Mhm.
And he seemed pretty excited about it. I'm really curious to see what he thinks about it, because right now he's in Japan and he's going to come back and do the press stuff. And I'm kind of curious to what he is, because he could be kind of very blunt.
Okay.
Very, very. So if he doesn't like it, he'll say he doesn't like it. But if he says it's good, then I tend to believe him. Like, oh shit, okay, because somebody who hates a lot of things finally says like this is good. I'm like, oh, then that must be really good. So, but I'm curious what he says. But everyone else is like, yeah, like the water's kind of murky, which you can fix that.
Yeah, you're probably gonna put the spit shine on it eventually. Right now, you're not doing all that stuff because you're just trying out the ride.
Yeah, we're kind of getting some feedback a little bit, but everything from what I heard is just like, oh, it's not lit up enough. Like, easy fix, fucking turn the dimmer up a little bit. It's like,
sorry, you guys put it on 9 instead of 6.
Yeah,
my bad.
Yeah. But one thing I hear is like the end, the grand finale of the ride, of the big event is a brand new song, and when it's a brand new song and you never heard it in a movie before, it tends to throw people off. And I think they were like, I don't like it. And then like one guy I watched, he's like, I wrote it like 5 times already. It's a good song. It's catchy and like it's good. It's just like, I think he had like this like defense mechanism of like, this is not Splash Mountain, but but I'm hearing mostly good things, and the critiques that they have, I think are fixable, like super fast, like the water. The water is probably pH and shit. You got to worry about oil. Like,
I mean, there's stuff that you're going to fix before it officially comes out. I mean, they're going to change the lighting. They're going to have that's why you have these soft runs to hear these things, so you can make sure you make it right for first time you open.
And whenever like cast members write it, I'm sure they're all like in it, so they're like more excited than critics. Now you're getting the press people who are more critical on it, especially some of these like Disney people. They're gonna be way more critical on it. Like one guy I watched, he's like, the water tasted weird. I was like, bro, like, but
it's not.
He didn't. It's not he drank it. It's like he said, like, it's splash, because it's a big splash, obviously, at the end. He said when it hits you, sometimes you taste it just because it is. And he goes, and it burned his eyes like pretty bad.
It burns. It burns. Yeah. It's like, that's just the oil refinery down the street. Don't worry about that.
Whenever I think of stuff like that, I always I don't know if you guys remember the Simpsons episode where they go to Krusty Land or something like that. And they do Duffland. Duffland.
Is it Duffland?
And they do I think they do the small world ride, and she like drinks the water, and she's like, I am the lizard queen. She's all crazy and all discolored from drinking the water. Because the water in these rides are disgusting. Awful. I mean, they're filled with oil and all the metal that the ride has to guide on the track from the track. But yeah, I think some people are bashing on it just because it's not what they grew up with. But he's even like Splash Mountain. I was like, oh, why is it called Splash Mountain? Oh, well, there's this mermaid movie that Tom Hanks was in. So I'm like, but what does it have to do with the ride?
The ride.
Nothing.
Yeah, where's that comparison even come from?
It just I forgot it was water in it. Yeah, right. Who is it? Michael Eisner, I think. He was like, oh, we need to promote the new movie, so let's make this new ride, call it Splash Mountain for Splash, but yeah, it's about a super racist old school Disney movie that they can't even talk about anymore.
So
so and then I find that funny because when people talk about theming, I was like, the ride is not even named after anything from the movie, and you can't promote that movie at all. So it's like, I just feel like you can obviously do more with a Tiana thing, with a princess, than you can with a super old movie like that.
It's not just that, it's also taking the racist part of it and then saying, look, it's no longer racist because it's a black princess.
Oh yeah. Yeah, that was getting a lot of heat in the early thing when they first announced it. They're like, "Oh, you're taking the old racist movie that the ride's based on and replacing it with the Black Princess from the South." You know,
doesn't that sound hilarious? Like Killmonger will make a whole video on that. Like,
I don't know, but I mean, isn't that like
wrong
a
black
more
representation? And it was funny if he said that. I'll be like, "Yeah, you're probably right."
Yeah, yeah. But I mean, see, I think if you're gonna promote somebody, like I feel like Chill might promote like Princess and the Frog. I know his thing with that movie was like she's a black woman who's a frog 90% of the movie, you know, or like 80% of the movie, whatever it is, you know. But I heard they were gonna make a sequel, obviously, because this is what Disney's doing right now. And the ride is kind of technically a sequel, you know, but they got all the original voices, so everyone came back and did the voices in the ride, which is super cool, you know, the music, all that fun stuff. So
yeah, all it took was a check.
Big old check. You know, but I mean, I'm super excited to ride it. You know, I heard it looks really, really cool. That's why I'm like super jealous of Brian that hopefully gets to ride it.
My girls are going to be head over heels in love. Just
yeah. Well, that, and you can get the beignets. Erica went to New Orleans, had beignets from a bunch of different spots. She said Disney beignets are right up there with like some of the best beignets she had in New Orleans. So it was like,
my friend went to New Orleans and brought me one, and it wasn't fresh at all, and it was so good. I don't know if it's better as good as that, but she said I didn't go to a commercial spot. I went to like this hole in the wall.
Yeah, they go to like a legit spot. But they're doing the beignets here because usually they only do the beignets at the French Quarter Resort or whatever, like the Mardi Gras resort that they had. But now they're doing the beignets at the park. So, and I had their beignets like the last time I was out there.
1,200 pounds.
They are good. And then they have a beignet Sunday where like 3 big ass beignets with ice cream and fudge. I was like,
man. Dude, I am officially right now 258 pounds. When I come back, I'm gonna be 320. I can tell you. I know what's gonna happen.
Out of food.
But to roll me back.
Yeah. So I'm definitely curious to know what you think, Brian, when you come back from it. But right now, a lot of the early reviews, it's a lot of mixed stuff, but I feel like the criticisms for it aren't anything too crazy. You know, the biggest thing is that the story doesn't flow great.
If I get to ride it, I'm going to do a reaction of it immediately after while I'm in the park. So
but especially, I mean, it's made for kids. Disneyland's made for kids. Obviously, you have the Disney adults who love that stuff because I think it reminds them of being kids and stuff like that. But I'm really curious to see what your girls think about it. You know, because they're at that age. You know, like was it 9 and 7? Like,
yep, exactly
for them. You know, So definitely curious about that.
All right, guys, we can actually start. She's here.
Kyle and Mama Bear. What's up, Mama Bear?
We've been waiting.
Hey, Mama Bear.
Just wanted to make sure that you're here. Now we can do our trailers, but then we gotta get Brandon in before we can get everything else done.
I was gonna say we can't do anything until Brandon and or Mama Bear show up.
Exactly.
So and then Kyle was like ripping me. Who was it? It was Kenny's. Kenny did a reaction. So every Wednesday, I think Kenny Sparks is gonna do an Acolyte discussion. So, you know, I was in there last night and, you know, we're talking. Oh, of course, it always prequels come up, you know. So we were talking about that, and Kyle was like ripping me in the comments. So I was like, "You're lucky I'm on my phone. I can't type fast." Old man hand. President, I'm back, boys. Just watched the like 2 and 30 hours in Boston. Yeah.
Boston just bully. I think that Boston just better. Their whole team, they have 2 starting 5 lineups. Like, see, you know what? If we had a basketball show, this is exactly what I could do. I know, so I forgot more basketball than I even can imagine.
Well, that was my thing. I'm like, Boston is a team. Luka,
they have great players. Luka
is
it's Luka and Kyrie. Great, right?
Yeah.
But like the best defenders, like they have one of the best defenders in the NBA on Boston. You know, like hands down the best perimeter defender in the league. Like it's on Boston. You know, and then Jaylen Brown is also a good defender too. So like when you have that, and then you have 6 other guys
Mm-hmm.
at any point in time that can just fill it up. It's not fair.
Yeah,
it's not fair.
Yeah, that's why I was like, it's gonna be interesting because like if Luka can pull out like the win for the series, man, because that's insane. Because I think going into the finals, he was like leading in every fucking category, like most points, most rebounds, most assists, most 3-pointers, most like every. I'm like, what the fuck? How does he have every stat? It's his.
Because that's the way he plays, though. He plays as in like the ball has to be in his hand. He has to do all this stuff. So I mean, that is how he plays. But I will say this: the only way for him to win this series, the only way, is if the referees allow it to happen. That's the only way, And if you don't think I'm telling the truth, if I was watching a basketball show on YouTube, and they were talking about Elton Brand was talking about, hey, for us to win, he was in the finals. That for us to win, we have to win by 15. Why? Because the NBA doesn't want to see us win. That's NBA's entertainment. It's more entertainment now than it is sport. So like that's another reason why I could talk about it, because as I said, it's not just sport. It is entertainment, and they're going to do things to make sure that you're watching it. That's why I don't think Boston sweeps them. I think Boston wins in 5 because they're much better than Dallas, but the NBA won't allow it to happen that way.
Not a sweep. Yeah.
It won't.
Yeah. You think in 5? I think
Be
it
right
might
back.
be.
Okay.
All right. And when Brian comes back, we'll start the trailers. I sent you the.
It's already up. You see it?
Oh shit! Yeah, I just see it. But yeah, I mean, I think 6.
Makes the most
but not,
sense for
back
money.
to back. Yeah, for money, but it's not gonna be back to back. Like they won't win like a back to back kind of game. It'll be like game 1. I could see game 2 being Boston. Game 3 going Dallas. Game 4 Boston. Game 5 Dallas. And then well, that would put them back at home, right? Too,
exactly.
If they in Boston.
So game 7 was in Boston. I don't know if this is 2-2-1-1-1 or is this 2-3-2. Depending on which one it is, will depend on how it goes.
Yeah, I have to look up the schedule, but yeah, it was gonna be interesting. But yeah, Luka. Yeah, also I saw like a meme of like, oh, Luka crying to the refs, and it was like this like little like Polish boy like he's like crying. I was like, it's fucking hilarious, man.
No.
Oh man,
Luka, I think he's a great player. He's probably a top 5 player in the NBA, but just not. Yeah. I mean, and he has Kyrie. Don't get me wrong; they have a good team. But with Porzingis playing the way he's playing, being 7'4", and him being able to come back, now they have another guy. So it's Drew Holiday, Jaylen Brown, Kristaps Porzingis. You got what's his name? I'm blanking on everyone's name, but they just have so many players. Like it just keeps on going and going and going. So
yeah.
I don't see the winning.
Jorge said Celtics had more blocks than Mavs had assists.
It makes sense.
Yeah.
So literally, they have Tatum, who I didn't say was the best player on the court. White, Brown, Drew Holiday. Horford starts. Then you got Porzingis coming off the bench, who scored another 20 points. They just have Hauser. They have Pritchett. They have so many guys that could all come and score 20 points.
Mm-hmm.
And then they didn't even have a good game, and they won by that much.
Yeah, I gotta look at the stats to see how it went down. But if you're saying that, then damn. Yeah,
like,
they played average.
Jason Tatum was 6-16 and scored 16 points. He's the best player. Like it's literally they didn't have a good game and they blew them out. So just wait.
Yeah. I'll probably watch YouTube TV has this like highlight thing that they do. So they'll condense the whole game if you want to watch it on like replay, quote unquote, and they'll like highlight and it'll be like 12, 15 minutes, which is great.
That's
It's
perfect. That's all you want.
Like the whole game summed up, all the good plays, all the funny stuff, or fun stuff. So yeah. That person said, well, excuse me, have you seen The Shameless? Just started and I'm really enjoying it. Is that show still on?
Yeah, I didn't know it was still.
How many seasons is this? I thought it finished, man. I fell off the Shameless train a while ago. Not that it was this bad. It's just
the same thing over and over again. I feel like that's what it was.
Yeah. I don't know. Yeah, like I said, not that it wasn't bad. It just got bored, maybe. And I was like, oh, okay. And then I turned into like, oh, I'll watch it when I watch it. And then I'm like, oh, I'll watch it eventually. So I forgot what season, maybe like season 6. I think it was like season 5 or 6 or something like that. I stopped. Oh. Yeah,
We've been watching Revenge, catching up on all the Revenge. Like we didn't know there was 4 seasons of it. So up in my house, we watch Revenge, and then I watch Evil. So because the season 4 is out, so I've been really enjoying Evil. And then of course now Acolyte, and just in it, and then we got Interview with the Vampire, because the Interview with the Vampire is the best show on TV. And then like it's just, this is a great time. It's a great time.
It's so good.
Yeah. And when I said, okay, I knew it. Wait long enough, we could.
Here we go. Yeah. So which brand's gonna show up? Well, Brandman's here. He just went out real quick, but I was like, all right. Yeah. Now we got Brand Davis. So now we can go.
Now we're really ready.
Now we got for the other Brandon though. So Luka is the second player to ever score 30 in the finals.
No,
really?
No. There's a lot of people that score 30 in the finals.
30, I'm like 30 is not that high.
Yeah,
I mean it's not. Don't get me wrong. It's a good number, but yeah.
Like that's all right.
There you go. No,
it's not on one. Okay.
Acolyte had the highest first day viewership for Disney Plus this year with 4.8 million.
That's crazy. And they've had a lot of good stuff that they put out this year. And I will say this: everyone else on Disney Plus, you didn't watch X-Men, you're wrong. All of you guys should be ashamed of yourself.
What do you mean?
X-Men should be the highest by far.
Oh, yeah. I mean, it is, because I think it's a better show, but
Star Wars is
Star Wars is it's bigger.
I mean, don't get me wrong, I do like scrolling script and everything, but when you hear
I knew it. I was waiting on it.
You just you feel better about life. Like, I don't know, it gives me more energy. Like if I'm tired, I'm like, and I start hearing it, I'm like, man, let's go.
Oh, yeah.
I know. And The Boys comes out the day before my birthday too.
The Boys comes out next week. This whole month is gonna be so epic, man. Like,
right
in by the end of the month, like our Thursday, we're not gonna really be able to like hang out with chat that much. It's gonna be like we gotta talk about House of Dragon. We gotta talk about Interviews with Vampires Monday. But the Acolyte, The Boys, like it's gonna be big. It's gonna be big. Well, luckily, I think House of Dragon starts right when Interview ends.
Yeah.
So that'll probably replace our Monday. I think it overlaps a week though. So we'll see.
That's okay.
House of the Dragon is when?
20 something, I think.
28? Like man.
Yeah, I don't remember. It's like
that sounds about right.
Yeah.
That sounds about
right. And Deuce, what's up? They should follow up Marvel stuff with X-Men from now on. Yeah.
Always. I just Actually, I think on the Marvel screen, we should always be like hearing that at the end. Like you see all the action people, and you just hear like at the end, like and then go to the movie.
Yeah. I can't wait till they like fully play it in the MCU, because we got that little taste of it in Miss Marvel.
You know you'll get in Deadpool Wolverine, right?
Ooh,
I'm counting on it.
About that.
I
didn't even think about that.
I'm counting on it.
Yeah.
But don't be surprised if
that
it's literally not Ryan Reynolds literally doing it with his mouth, like literally just going.
Oh, that's what. How else can they do that in Deadpool and Wolverine? That's the only way. I'm hoping when they do the MCU reboot, they pull like a Spider-Man Homecoming and play the theme music during the opening Marvel logo, like an orchestral version of it.
Dude, I don't even know if I want it professional. I just want it just very simple. It's so good. Like
what are the guys? The Newton brothers? Who did the one in the show?
The Newton brothers.
Yeah. What the Newton brothers? Yeah, just hire them from now on. Just for every Marvel stuff, just like them. Yeah.
Oh wow, Preston didn't watch X-Men 97.
Yeah, because I didn't watch the rest. I know Preston's a little younger, so he didn't grow up on it, and that's the thing with like X-Men 90, the X-Men show in particular is like if you didn't grow up on it, you might have missed it. Where Star Wars and everyone's seen Star Wars is because it's always out and it's always around. So that's
and people are arguing over it all the time. So
you got all episodes now to watch at your disposal, Preston, so you don't have to wait week by week. So I'm not even mad. I love it.
Yeah.
Especially if you have like some of these things, if you have some of the X-Men like the Uncanny X-Men, like the what they do, it's so good.
Yeah. X-Men. Yeah.
It was so really good.
Yeah. Oh yeah, he didn't finish.
I can't get over how good it was. And like I said, the nice thing about 97, along with the OG, is you could watch the OG and then watch this one if you want. It doesn't hurt, but you don't have to.
Yeah, it fills you in how much you need to know.
They give you enough. They give you enough. It's great how much it stands on its own.
Yeah. And Dude said, now I want to see Spider-Man 98.
You know why
we talked about this?
You know why they're not gonna do it? Because of the last episode of X-Men.
Because it answered our question. Did Peter find Mary Jane? And he clearly did. That's all I wanted to know.
Yeah.
I'd be all for a Spider-Man 98. Don't get me wrong. To a fair extent, I'm kind of with it. But that answered my question. That was my main question. I say just bring back Spectacular Spider-Man. There was more they could have done with that.
That'd be cool too.
That's a very good point. I like that.
I wonder, does Sony own the animated rights or is it just the movie rights?
Just the movie rights.
Yeah. Okay. Because Marvel can do animated, do that. Do the 80s.
I think my freshman class, that new X-Men, whatever, is all Disney. So they still own all that stuff.
That's right. Yeah. That's
and then they're talking about this whole even Venom. What if this is the end of it and they were getting ready to sell back Spider-Man to Disney? How much money do you think it would take?
A lot.
A lot
of money, man.
But it's not like Marvel's exactly hurting for cash, right? No, it would
Disney
take a
overall.
lot.
Yeah, Disney overall is spending a shit ton of money to try to like revamp their look. So I don't think Disney would want to buy it.
I think they will want to because he's the one that can take over. Spider-Man is the one character that Marvel needs. He's the only one that stands up next to Batman, Superman, and any of them. He's the only one.
Is super popular.
Yeah, it's like who do you think of? When you think of we all have that. Like you said, Brian, we all have that one synonymous like superhero or two that you associate with a with a label, like like you said, Superman and Batman. You think of when you think of DC, right? Excuse me. Sorry. Who do you think of when you think Marvel?
Spider-Man, then
Spider-Man,
Fantastic Four, and then X-Men.
And then X-Men, yeah.
That and then everyone else that we had, all that was always behind them.
Mm-hmm.
I'll put X-Men actually second before after Spider-Man, X-Men, then Fantastic Four, but everyone else is under. Like Iron Man is a B-level guy. Honestly, if you really want to be talking about it,
you're right.
Oh yeah,
I'd almost at this point definitely B-level. You know, like when we got the live action movie. I'd go as far as saying at that point in time he was walking the line between B and even C level.
Mm-hmm.
You know, but yeah, you know, and it's really unfortunate, this whole Sony Marvel thing with Spider-Man. On one hand, it's cool that Spider-Man's in the MCU. Like, I was like jumping for joy when I sat through Civil War and saw him, you know, alongside other characters. But at the same time, this whole thing with the villains and what Sony's doing, you know, I think it sucks that like Spider-Man for the foreseeable future, great as it is to see him in the MCU, his corner of the universe will always feel incomplete. Just because
now Sony can't even use the name Spider-Man, like they can't do any of that stuff.
Yeah,
as long as you know they with Marvel, and that's why I think they might sell it back for a huge price. For like, we're going to sell it back to you, but we're going to want 20% of whatever you make off the name. We'll give it back to you, but for the next 10 years, we get 20% off whatever you make off the top.
That'd be interesting, because what if he's part of an ensemble? What if he doesn't do
any movie he's
movie?
in? Any movie he's in, we want 20% off the top.
Because that would be,
and that's a huge amount of money, right? For Sony,
that's like a handsome sum, right?
It makes a lot of sense for Sony to go ahead and do that, and then all of a sudden you turn around for one person, we just made $5 billion, you know, like for over 10 years. You know?
Yeah. That'd be interesting. I know that we were talking a while ago about them giving. Oh no, that was Universal. Never mind. But yeah, I don't know. You know, but like, do Wolverine and Spider-Man most popular by far?
I think it's Spider-Man. I say the X-Men, and then I go Hulk. I think it's Spider-Man, X-Men, Hulk.
I think Hulk is very recognizable. Like, for obvious reason. Yeah.
That sounds about right. Spider-Man, X-Men, Fantastic Four, then Hulk, or Hulk and Fantastic Four.
It's one or the other. Yeah, because I think Hulk is just known. You know, Hulk. You know, it's only one.
Would you put Captain America in there?
I think Captain America is not as known. It's because he's not a real powerful. You know, I think he's right. He's right there with Iron Man. I think he might even be a little bit in front of Iron Man. But
I'd say he'd be a little bit in front of. Yeah, I think it was easy to just you know, kind of write him off as a lame character. You know, a guy who wears an American flag and throws a shield. I think the movies made him cool.
Exactly.
Or specifically, he started getting cool around the time of his second solo movie. It was still kind of easy to write him off.
Everyone thought this. Well, not everyone, because you liked it, but I think you know the first movie was. It depends on your taste. I go back and look at it now, and I say that it's not a bad movie, but it wasn't interesting. It wasn't really entertaining.
Yeah, I had a fun time with it because I thought it was like, you know, like
you might be right.
It was fun in an adventure kind of Raiders of the Lost Ark type way. I appreciated it. I had a fun time. I think that's the movie that made me warm up to Captain America. Maybe that's why. And I was really intrigued because even though I had always liked Chris Evans as an actor, I think part of me was a little skeptical because he was kind of cemented as the Human Torch.
Yeah.
And you know, so I was like, interesting. You know, because he put as much as underwhelming as the Fantastic Four movies were, like him and Michael Chiklis were the standouts. I thought.
You know, you can say it's underwhelming, but I actually didn't. I don't hate those.
But I don't hate them at all. I think they're
Iron Man and Captain America are basically Marvel's Batman and Superman. Iron Man is a poor man. He's great value Batman. Iron Man is great value Batman. That's just what it is. All right. I don't know.
You know,
Superman.
I'm kind of inclined to agree that they are the Marvel, at least in terms of the character dynamics, and kind of because when you think of and let me explain the aesthetics, and when you think of Justice League, kind of at the core, even though it's very much an ensemble, everyone gets their moments in the sun, their shine time. At the core, it's kind of like the relationship between the dynamic between Bruce and Clark, which I've always thought was cool. Just kind of like when in the Avengers comics and especially in the movies, the dynamic is between Steve and Tony.
Yeah, but I think the movies did that. But I think power wise, I mean, Thor is much more powerful. Honestly.
Easily.
So like really, Thor is like the OP character in Marvel. Really, like
easily. I think
dealing with that, having an Earth girlfriend and all this stuff. So I always in Norse. I always felt like that. I think the movies pushed Captain America more, but honestly, I think if you're talking about even with the comic books, because I mean, really, it's Spider-Man and Thor, more than anything. So I think Thor was really that alien super thing that could fly through the air, do anything that's impossible. You're.
Oh, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off. No, you're absolutely right. No, you're absolutely right. I think what more I was getting at, and I don't want to put words in anyone's mouth, but I think like more like what I was getting at was like just like kind of the character dynamic, not in terms of power set. Obviously, that speaks for itself, exactly like you said with Thor. Mm-hmm. But I think like the characteristics or the character dynamic and the conflicting views and dare I say bromance between Tony and Steve in the MCU. Dare I say that was like the real that was like the real love story of the Avengers movies.
Only in MCU.
Saw the breakup and then get back together.
I'm comics with my difference, because Batman and Superman in comic books, even with Justice League, is one thing, but in Marvel, we created this idea, Iron Man and Captain America, but it wasn't really that feeling in the comics. That wasn't what it was. So that's what's hard for me to say, because Batman and Superman are so big and so different in a different layer, different place in when I have for Captain America and Iron Man. Even though because you can see Iron Man, the dynamic between Iron Man and Batman, definitely Captain America is not really Superman.
No, I think in terms of
with the French,
but aesthetically, he's the golden boy that doesn't. Everything has to be. He's the Boy Scout and stuff like that.
The Boy Scout.
But when it comes to power level, Superman, like then power level, Sentry, Hulk, like, but those don't fit that same aesthetic of like the good old golden boy. He's the American soldier kind of guy.
Well, that's what I thought. That's Spider-Man, but they don't have control. Of Spider-Man. I think it makes more sense. So I understand what you're coming from, but I think once again we're bringing movies different than comics, and I'm arguing the comics point.
No, 100%. And I think that's what Brandman was saying was like these guys were like C level, B level at best, and then the MCU, the movies, is what made them big. Iron Man was like, he's around, he's doing shit. He dies, he comes back, he has an evil brother, he doesn't have an evil brother, whatever. Same as Steve. He dies, comes back, he's this, he's that, whatever. And it never really, they stuck around, but the movies is what made them to like a bigger level. And even in the comic books, like their comic books sell more because of the popularity that they got in now because of the popularity of the MCU. So but before it was just like
it was what like you're doing Marvel was it was Spider-Man who was selling all
Spider-Man. Spider-Man, X-Men, like you said, Spider-Man, X-Men, Hulk, Fantastic Four, but even I would say the bad movies, they were like I would say they are bad, but they were campy. They were very, very campy, very comic booky, but those like I think put off a lot of people from it, even though in the comics they were doing some crazy shit with the Future Foundation and all that like crazy shit and all that stuff.
I think the Fantastic Four movie, because if you read up on the original history, they were trying to make a Fantastic Four movie since like the mid 90s. It cycled through a lot, but then and I don't think I even need to remind you guys about this. But you don't talk to Tank that way. But he no, remember when like so like X-Men, Spider-Man, all these stuff came out and like blew everyone away. And all of a sudden a lot of things started getting fast tracked. Like Daredevil was fast tracked, the Fantastic Four movies were fast tracked, they fast tracked a Punisher movie. So I think it was more just kind of cranked out just for the sake of cranking it out. Like just push it out, push it out, push it out. People are gonna buy it. We're striking while the iron's hot. And kind of self-sabotage. The Fantastic Four movies weren't. I think they were passable, but they weren't as awesome as they could have been. I think still to this day the best Fantastic Four movies we have are The Incredibles.
Yeah.
Yeah, and we're gonna get a sequel to that.
Yeah, I'll watch as many Incredibles movies as they want to make. Because I really liked both of them. It seems like they're kind of it seems like they've kind of taken their time with the upcoming 2025 reboot. So we're going to see how things pan out with that next year.
I really hope so, and that's I'm hoping for it. I'm looking forward to a lot of this stuff. I'm looking forward to even a soft reboot in the MCU. Looking forward to the X-Men and Fantastic Four. I'm looking forward to all this stuff. So,
yeah, got the new fancy toys, so it's definitely expectations and excitement is pretty high. See what you guys are in chat saying. Jorge said there's a reason why none of the solo Cap movies came close to $1 billion, even with the good ones. Even with the good ones.
Well, no. So Civil War. See what you had to do with Cap movies. You had to put everyone else. It was basically 2.5 Avengers. That's what you had to do with all these Captain America movies. By himself, he's too boring.
Yeah. Winter Soldier was dope. Again, you put Black Widow in. You bring in Winter Soldier. And
you got Black Panther in there. You had everybody in it in those.
That's right. Yeah, he showed up in Winter Soldier. No, he showed up in Civil War. He didn't show up in Winter Soldier.
Winter Soldier was just Iron Man. Which I mean,
no, that's because that's when he finds out it's Bucky.
Yeah, that's true.
So it's Black Widow and Steve go on their little adventure together, and then meanwhile, what's his name is like. Then they find out. Where you at? Kyle said, kids will never know X-Men was it. Not no Iron Man or Thor for sure. Not no Guardians of the Galaxy. Yeah. I mean, that's the thing now.
Yeah.
Like,
you're right.
Guardians of the Galaxies were nothing. The comic books never really sell that well. To
this day, I will not buy a Guardians of the Galaxy comic book.
I mean, now.
Even now.
I think I bought a few of this because CM Punk wrote a few Drax, because Drax had his own storyline for a bit, maybe like 7-8 years ago, something like that. I got a few. It wasn't great, but but that Guardians of the Galaxy was big, so Drax was obviously popular. All those characters were popular. But that's why once X-Men comes, boy, man, get ready.
So in Winter Soldier, there was Bucky. They had Sam. Of course, they had Captain America, Chris Evans. They had Natasha. They had Sharon Carter. They had Nick Fury. Like, I'm just saying, they had a lot of people. You cannot have a Captain America movie and just be Captain America. You can't.
Yeah. No, you gotta. You really have to. And I think they did right in that regard with the movies, especially the sequels. With I like Winter Soldier is definitely in my top 3 MCU movies, and I liked the idea of him
you're not including Avengers then, right?
No, the Avengers I kind of consider separate, because it's really easy.
Yeah,
they're all I put those in their own league, in their own little corner. But I like the idea of him, working alongside Black Widow just kind of the Shield involvement, and then him kind of like being field commander of the Avengers, of the new Avengers in Civil War. Mm-hmm. Like I think they really stepped their game up with each Cap movie. Even though Winter Soldier is my favorite. Winter Soldier is my number one of the trilogy.
Yeah, the story was so good.
Yeah, it was awesome.
Mm-hmm. I don't know. So it's funny. People love Winter Soldier, so I mean, you're not wrong at all. I wouldn't have it. It's actually not in my top 5. I'm not in my top 3. I lied. It's definitely in my top 5. It's not in my top 3.
Of like quote unquote solo movies, you know what I mean?
Yeah. So I'm not doing Avengers. I'm not gonna keep those.
Yeah,
and it's hard to team up. I actually don't even want to put Civil War in there, honestly.
I know.
That's really
because there's just so many. And then they introduced Spider-Man in that one.
And they did it just right.
Yeah, they did it right. They did it good. Don't get me wrong. It's not a bad thing that they did it, but they had to bring Spider-Man to make it even more epic.
Mm-hmm.
So in my top 5, my number 1 would probably be. People not gonna like what I say.
I'm ready.
My number 1 MCU movie is probably Iron Man, because it was the first one and it gave me that feeling, unbelievable feeling.
I see that.
No, that's still. I don't have a particular order, but it's but that one's in my top 3 too. To be completely honest, it was such a much better start to the MC. Well, none of us knew it was the start to a greater universe until like the movie went on.
It had the universe, like literally, like, and matter of fact, and I am Iron Man. Like what?
Yeah.
It was so good.
It is good, and it's hard. Like, I think I've seen Iron Man, the first Iron Man, more in theaters as a solo movie than any other solo movie.
Definitely.
I legit saw like 8 times. I've
probably seen Black Panther, that first one, a lot.
Yeah.
Well,
what are you doing? I'm going to see Black Panther.
Yeah, exactly.
I saw Black Panther in the theater 4 times, I think.
Yeah, I think I saw it like 3 or 4 times.
Saw Iron Man about 3 times in the theater. And no, you know what I liked about Iron Man is like it was so simplistic in its execution, but it was still very effective. And I think like there's a lot to unpack. We're talking about a C-list character, an actor that at that point in time no one wanted to take a chance with, who still was like perfect in the role. Like I still remember when
who had the right director, the right actor. It was just the right story. Everything was just wrapped around a perfect thing. I really think that's my favorite one. It's the best one.
Yeah.
And, my favorite is Black Panther. I feel like if I'm ranking them, it's still Iron Man. But Thor Ragnarok is up there somewhere too for me, because I enjoy Ragnarok so much. But Guardians of the Galaxy is probably in front of Thor Ragnarok.
I put Guardians in front of Ragnarok.
I like that.
So like I understand why people love Winter Soldier, and it's probably for me, it's at 4.
And I remember being like the one person in like my one circle of friends who was into that stuff when I was living in Maryland, who was like, I was like the main one like hyping Guardians of the Galaxy when it was announced. And like even like I was keeping track of it, and then when the trailer came out, like that sold a couple of my friends on it. And like I was the one hyping it, like this is gonna be awesome. You guys aren't ready. This is gonna be crazy. I put Guardians in there because that was at the time, that was like peak Marvel, right? Like they were like
it changed the tone, for the first time, because then they went crazy with that same kind of tone. But it was just like all very serious, very
almost dark.
And everything was dark and serious, and then it comes out and it starts off with Chris Pratt just dancing and kicking like alien rats and shit. It was like, what is this movie? You know, it's like, yeah. So, you know, it was great. James Gunn like changed comic book movies, like legit, like you know, because of that we got something like Thor Ragnarok, you know, but then again, Taika stepped it up a little too much, but
Taika did too.
You know, he bought into his own hype, but I liked you know, like the Thor movies. I don't think. While the Thor movies weren't bad, I think they were kind of the bottom of the barrel. They weren't really doing a whole lot.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, they weren't really doing even though the first Thor. I don't really think there was too much ambition other than it felt obligatory to introduce Thor before the Avengers. And then I didn't think Thor: The Dark World was bad per se. It's definitely one of the more forgettable MCU movies. It wasn't without its merits, but you know, like
I don't need to watch that one. I don't need to watch Quantumania. I don't need to watch The Eternals again. I don't need to watch Love and Thunder. I don't need to watch the first story. Those are my bottom. Oh, Iron Man 3. I don't like thinking about that one.
Even Iron Man 2. Iron Man 2 was okay.
Iron Man 2 was okay. I think it suffered from sequelitis in the sense that they took a lot of stuff that worked about the first and tried to amp it up tried to roid it up and it just in the wrong way.
Yeah.
It wasn't a bad movie. It wasn't a bad movie.
3 over 2, really?
I know a lot of people rank them right next to each other. 3 and 2 are right too,
like right there.
I almost rank them next to each other.
Yeah. Iron Man 2 can stay in the trash.
And I think
it's not good.
I think I was kind of rolling with Iron Man 3 until the Mandarin twist, which I kind of initially when I saw it in the theater, I'm not gonna lie. Initially my reaction was to laugh.
I did 100%.
Yeah, and I was like the only person in the theater like laughing.
No, yeah, dude. Because how can you not? It's like it does the big twist, and it's a white dude who's like with fucking dragon tattoos, and he's glowing
with dragon tattoos.
I was like, what the hell?
I legit laughed, and then I laughed even harder after like Pepper saved Tony with the arm. I was like, oh my god.
You guys are funny. You laughing at it. I was mad. Like, why the hell are you doing this to Iron Man 1 was so good. Why are you guys ruining this for me? Like, sons of bitches.
And you know, it's too bad.
Shout out to Cult Lords coming in here.
Hey, Cult Lords.
Yeah, who decided that Thor needed a comic relief in the MCU?
Taika Waititi did apparently. Because he just progressively turned Thor, not Gore. Christian Bale was Gore. He was the only good thing about that movie. He made Thor into a goober. That's what he did.
Oh my god, he was so bad in that one. Where in the beginning, what part where he screams? What's his name? I can't think of the name. Whiplash, the actor.
Mickey Rourke.
Mickey Rourke.
Oh, you didn't like that?
Like plastic surgeon. He's like, like.
His accent was so bad. His accent
was so bad.
Oh my god!
I was like, how you come off the wrestler and you were amazing in that, and then you come and do that.
That was the draw for everyone. Like Mickey Rourke, like hot off the heels of the wrestler. You know, like
so stupid.
Yeah, and I think that was the big that was like the big draw. Like, oh, he's going to be awesome in this. And I thought he was fine, but
hey, Anzo, I know you do a lot of lists, man, but you need to go ahead and do a list on this. Let's do a joint podcast on.
We can do a collab.
and do this. Do a whole. Let's do a list and let's see, and which comes out to be the number one. Not what is the best movie in it. Which one comes out to be the number one movie when you have it going against each other. You know what I'm saying? Like when you have a bracket type of thing, things change.
Because we did a tier list with Terrence, but doing an actual like tournament, like head to head kind of thing, that'd be fun. I'm down for something like that.
Doing a bracket and seeing and giving first round buys, and I don't know if you probably don't include all the Avengers, but maybe you can, because the Avengers could be knocked off. Winter Soldier could knock off the Avengers too.
Oh yeah, very very possible.
Well,
here, shout out to Kenny real quick. This is a great point. It said crazy that Iron Man 2 has the second worst trilogy in the MCU. But even like look at Iron Man and Captain America. Iron Man, the first movie was
great.
It was awesome. It was the first one. Everyone like this, like, oh my god, we're finally getting these great comic book movies. But then number 2 and 3 were horrible. Then you go to like Captain America. The first one, you're like, it's not that great. But then the second one comes out, you're like, holy shit, this is one of just an amazing movie. Not even a comic book, Marvel superhero movie, just a good movie. And then number 3, obviously, was like a mini Avengers movie, but again, great. So it was like the flip. Like the first one was good, but yeah.
And when you look at the Infinity, when you look at the
third. I'll ask: Is it really the second worst trilogy?
What would be the first? What's the worst trilogy?
Probably Thor, right?
Thor,
but it's not a trilogy, so that's the problem.
Quadrilogy.
And 3 of the 4 are awful. 3 of the 4 are awful. If you take out Ragnarok, everything that they did with Thor is awful.
Yeah, Ant-Man is worse.
Ant-Man is awful. Yeah,
the first one was fun enough, but I agree. It probably was the overall trilogy. Not one of them was a good enough trilogy to be like, holy shit.
Yeah,
Ant-Man is the worst.
But Iron Man, I think Iron Man still outdoes Thor. I'll take Iron Man over Thor.
Yeah. It's also Ant-Man. He's not a main. I know. I think Chillmonger was talking about this not that long ago. Iron Man or Ant-Man. He's just not. He's not a main dude. You know what I mean? Like, I think they should have been his solo movie with the first one. Good enough, fine, not great, not bad, just somewhere in there. And then you see him in other things, But instead, you did the second one. Okay, all right. You introduced Wasp and blah blah blah. Like, all right, be done. And then Quantumania, I don't know. They were trying to set up a huge event with literally like a character that has nothing to do with anything, And
Kyle, you're on crack if you think Iron Man 1 is not good. It's not better than Thor 1. You're on crack.
Thor was dope. Stuff, what was Thor in the joke style? Thor 1 was dope. More what Thor is than the joke style. Nah, Thor 1 was.
I thought the first Thor was fine.
Yeah, but right here he says,
where did you see it?
Iron Man 1 or 3 is not better. Is not better than Thor 1.
I don't know about all that.
Is a top
Iron
movie,
Man
bro.
Yeah.
No, I understand. Okay. Iron Man 2 and 3. Okay.
2 or 3. Okay.
Okay.
I was getting mad. I was like, whoa.
I'll agree with that. Okay. I'll agree with that.
One is your top movie.
And
we know others that are awful.
And you know what I love about the first Iron Man also? If you look at the basic plot, it's super simplistic. All it is a power struggle between a boss and an employee, basically. Or two bosses, technically.
Yeah.
A power struggle.
Yeah. That's funny.
But I think what really that movie's strong points, like I said, it was very simplistic in its execution. It was very direct in its execution. You had an actor who just totally came in and absolutely crushed it. Made the role his own.
Not it's me.
Me. What's that?
Oh my god!
No, he's like crackhead mod. I'm the crackhead. Not any of the mods. We love our mods.
And and
he did put it up there,
and the subtlety in the way that it was like slowly building blocks towards a greater universe. That the Shield reference, the hidden Captain America shield, and then Nick Fury and the Avengers drop later at the very end. Everyone in the theater, I'm sure you guys included, were like, "Holy crap!"
Yeah.
So
he has Cap 2, Guardians of the Galaxy, Black Panther, Iron Man 1, and Hulk Ragnarok. That's a solid ass list. I
mean, that's a solid list.
It's my list, just in different order. Like, so it's
a little bit, but yeah, that's kind of my list too. I think,
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. But I do agree. I think Cap 2, Winter Soldier. I think Winter Soldier is just an amazing movie. I put Panther above Guardians. Guardians 1 though was good. Iron Man 1 was good. Ragnarok, I think I have at the bottom too.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I mean that's my list. Those are my top 5, but tweaked a little bit.
Yeah, I'd say Iron Man 1. Yeah, Cap, Winter Soldier, Guardians, Black Panther. Yeah, my list is almost pretty much identical to Kal-El's.
I mean, those are
those are top 5.
And I think majority vote. Right, it was right there. Just fan favorite. And everything like that. Because it's a lot of the It's imagine like it's the first one. It's the first one. It's a Thor that kind of starts to feel like he starts to realize who he is a little bit more as a character. Rather than the first one, I think he was trying to be forced into a comic book character rather than a movie character, and it doesn't quite fit all the time. Like Tony, as a movie character fit great, Cap as a movie character fit great, but the Thor, somebody speaking Shakespeare like that, like he made fun of, doesn't always fit great when you listen to that for an hour and a half.
I will say that, Black Panther, what meant more and was more epic of a journey than most of the other ones, because when it first came out, it changed everything. So I mean, what meant more? Black Panther meant more. So like, does that mean you could say Black Panther should be top? I just enjoyed Soldier, and I enjoyed Iron Man 2, but also not 2, but also you could argue Black Panthers should be number 1.
Yes, you're right.
That's the list we're talking about. We want
and I think like
how you do it, like within brackets, and see what actually beats the next bracket. Because you'll be surprised at the end. It's not always what you think is the best movie. It's just the one that comes out on top.
Yeah. Real quick, he goes, "You become a casualty." Because he's like, no. I'll defend our mods, man. I will defend our mods because we love our mods. And I think that's what he meant. He goes, "The main mod, me." Well, yeah. Travis in here ranking MCU trailers was the best. I don't know how this happened. It just started like it snowballed. But you go for trilogies.
Worst. He has Spider-Man.
Worst, the best. Spider-Man trilogy is really good. Iron Man, Captain America, Guardians.
No. So he said worst to best. Ant-Man,
worst to best.
Then Spider-Man, and then Iron Man. Like, so you don't like the Spider-Man trilogy at all, huh?
You know what? I think Travis is kind of onto something. As much as I love Spider-Man, and as much as I liked kind of what they did, just kind of it was kind of a subversion with Spider-Man with this trilogy because it was more of an origin over all the classic Spider-Man. But I could see how some of that, particularly some things with the first 2 movies, might not have worked for some people. And I don't want to put words in Travis's mouth, but there were some things that didn't quite work for me, especially in Homecoming and Far From Home. Parts of the movies kind of annoyed me because I think some of the attempts at humor were a little too.
The highest ranked of all of them, right?
It is the highest ranked of all, and there was a lot of stuff about it that I liked. I think, but I think they what's the wording that I'm searching for? They kind of
I feel like our top 10 movies. So that's
Homecoming and No Way Home are awesome. But I think overall, one thing that kind of killed it for me, with especially with the first two movies, some of the attempts at humor. They, especially Far From Home, it just tried to make everything a punchline. I'll always be resentful towards Far From Home for dubbing the Thanos snap the blip. Just something about it just seemed like they were trying to make a punchline out of it.
It was too high schooly. Jake Gyllenhaal being not really being a real villain. I mean, the best part about the whole thing with Far From Home was, they outed, who Spider-Man was, that he's Peter Parker. But that was, besides that, I mean, it's not a bad 5 minutes.
It's not a bad movie at all.
It's not a bad movie. It's just not. It's watchable.
Yeah. And I thought I did like the Mysterio, like the big Mysterio illusion scene, because Mysterio is one of my favorite Spider-Man villains.
But you're comparing them to
I'm kidding.
Of the movies, of the rest of the MCU.
Yeah.
And then thanks. It does, man. No, that's the list, man. It's just ordered differently, probably for a bunch of different people. But yeah. Kenny said top 3 trilogies, said Guardians of the Galaxy, Cap 3, Spider-Man. Yeah. I think that's I would do I would have what Travis said, but I would make Iron Man worse than Spider-Man. And it would kind of be the same. Spider-Man, Cap, Guardians. Just because Guardians 2, I liked, and I know I'm in the minority. I didn't love it, but I liked it.
I loved it.
I liked it a lot.
I liked the family aspect of it all. Like, oh, here's your cranky uncle with the raccoon. Here's your this and that. You have your dad, your mom, the grandpa. You had this like weird like family dynamic that they were trying to put together, and it was a lot of fun. But I like one.
I like dad being the planet and seeing that Peter Quill wasn't just a regular guy. He actually did have something special about him. And then even I've seen the connection between him and Gamora made it more important for Infinity War. So like I thought Guardians 2 was actually important in that whole idea of everything.
I would say even Guardians 2 made Nebula a way more important and more dynamic character. It was more depth. You're like, oh, you're just not this like villain. Like you have anger issues and resentment to a sibling.
Why?
And so that's why Guardians. I like Guardians, but people like hate it. I'm like, I like Guardians too, but Guardians 3 is that's the cherry on top.
Yeah, ahead, I liked Guardians 2 a lot, and plus it was like one of my favorite IMAX 3D experiences. I thought it was a lot of fun to watch in IMAX 3D.
Exactly. Yeah. Ego was super underrated as a villain. Ego was something crazy.
Yeah.
Think about guy. I heard someone Brian loves. He's on the final boss.
You know what happens to the final boss? They usually lose.
It's true. I never thought about that, but it's like I'm beating this game, so gotta beat the final boss. We got Cleves in the house. What's up, Cleves? One of our channel members. Appreciate that. Then what's up, fellas? Just got home from Bad Boys. Y'all gonna see it? Heck yeah, man.
Tomorrow after a hopefully easy day at work.
Yeah. All right. One thing I did want to see, and I forgot. Hopefully I didn't miss it. With Travis real quick, and then we're gonna get into the trailers. Travis said, I'm in the minority who doesn't love Winter Soldier, No Way Home, or Ragnarok. Those are like the most beloved like movies, and you're just like, I don't like them. I'm not saying you're wrong, but
that's crazy. I'm okay.
Yeah, Ragnarok, I can understand. Zack Attack says it all the time. Like he didn't love Ragnarok because he saw the writing on the wall. He goes, oh, it could double down in the next movie, which it did, and it like quadrupled down. It all in on the goofiness,
Because I feel like
I feel like Ragnarok either.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, yeah.
Because I remember the announcement of Love and Thunder kind of coming out of nowhere, and I think I kind of was like, oh, this and Waititi's coming back to direct. He's doing all these other projects at this point. This might end up bad. But I'm hoping it doesn't. And then I had like a little glimmer of hope when I heard Christian Bale was joining it. I'm like, holy crap, Christian Bale in the MCU playing a villain. This is gonna be awesome.
But then Taika forgot that he was there.
Yeah,
he forgot.
Yeah, he
was making a movie.
and then he wanted a Guns N' Roses music video slash SNL sketch.
It's hilarious. Cleves asked, "Did you guys talk Acolyte already?" We have it, and it's already 11 o'clock.
All right, yeah. We better get on that in the trailers soon, right?
Oh yeah. Let's watch one trailer just so I have something to put out over the weekend, and then we'll jump into Acolyte. And if we have time, we'll watch.
We'll watch the other one.
Yeah. Okay. I mean, I might just cut this all up into a video of just talking about Marvel and best Marvel movies and stuff like that. So, I mean, it's what we do, man.
We're all an hour here. People saying we're going to watch this trailer for half an hour. Yeah, it never did.
It never happened. Never happened. But nerds are gonna nerd out.
Nerds are gonna nerd.
What's gonna happen? All right. Let's check out. Let me put it up here real quick. I think I had to change one of the layouts. Yeah, fuck. That ain't gonna work. We'll just do it this way. It's Disney. They don't claim shit. So yes, Disney. The one thing they do great is they don't claim all their stuff. Thank you. Test it real quick. Make sure we hear it. All right, cool. Yeah,
I can hear it.
There. Let it finish. Let buffer. All right. Let's do this. I have yet seen this trailer. Like, it's been up for like 2 weeks now. I have not seen Moana 2 trailer yet.
I have not watched this trailer.
Yeah.
I have.
All right.
So.
Yeah, well, yeah, you're forced to. All right, let's check this out.
Okay.
Yeah, wrong button. Me too. All right, what is up? Welcome to the Spoiler Kings. My name is Tank Kramer with Brandman Brandon, Brian the Grizzly, and we are going to react to the new-ish trailer of Moana 2. Super excited. They just announced this not that long ago. Getting all the cast back, all that fun stuff. So we'll see what one of the biggest Disney movies ever, how they're going to do their sequel. So we'll check it out, and then we'll talk about it.
I'm ready. Let's do this.
All right.
Yep. I haven't watched it yet.
She looks older.
Yep.
Ooh.
She's alive still.
Is that right?
This is a call from the ancestors to sail to new skies and reconnect our people across the entire ocean. Maui?
Boat snack. Oh, boat snack upgrade. Bacon and eggs. Why didn't you bring the pig last time?
That was kind of funny.
Okay.
Yeah. All right. Yeah,
like it.
Yeah, didn't show too much.
15 frames per second. Yeah, if you watch live, it'll look better on the replay. So if you're watching on replay, you get the good stuff.
It got better at the end for some reason.
Yeah. What you guys think about it?
I liked it. Didn't tell you too much about the plot. We need more trailers like that. I think it showed just enough. Really like the first Moana, so I was really surprised to hear about this sequel. For sure, like a couple months ago. So yeah. Like I said, showed me enough. Probably be another IMAX watch for me, potentially in 3D.
Yeah.
Yeah. I like. I think it's cool when animated movies do time jumps and show the characters noticeably older. So I think that's cool.
That's funny, Mom.
Going to.
Yeah. Like, you're coming because I can't go by myself. Yeah.
So yeah.
Okay.
It'll be a watch for me for sure.
Oh yeah. What about you, Brian? You said this is not the first time you've seen the trailer, so I'm sure you got to sit in it and watch it a dozen times.
I want you to say what you think first, and then I'll go.
Okay. I kind of agree with Brandman. It doesn't give you a lot where it's like spoiled, but it gives you the premise like, okay, she's on this other mission for her people, and she's trying to unite them rather than save them. And then here's Maui, doing Maui stuff. So I'm down. It looks great again. The first one looked amazing. This one looks still great. I think they aged her up. You can tell they aged her up a couple years or whatever. And I know the music is gonna be super on point. Lin-Manuel Miranda's coming back and doing the music. Yeah, I mean, I'm sold. The first one's an amazing movie. The most watched, I think the most streamed movie in 2023 was Moana, like on all platforms. Like, yeah,
it's from my house. It's from my house.
Not like on repeat. And we know Alfredo, his daughter, like loved Moana. Halloween and everything, like Moana. And she's not the only one. It's every single freaking kid. So, but yeah, this looks more of the same, which is a good thing in this case. So I'm down. But what about you, Brian?
All right, so I worry about the plot. I do worry about the plot, and there's no doubt that this movie is going to make. It might make $1 billion again. This is going to be like around Thanksgiving time. A Moana 2 with her having a son. Come on, it's going with The Rock there. It's going to make hella money.
Oh yeah.
I wasn't.
Is she gonna have a son?
Away. It looked like it was a boy that the parents were holding.
Oh, I just figured it was like a sibling, maybe, but it could be a son.
Parents are old. They got white hair and everything. Makes more sense for.
Yeah, right there in the water, right? Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah, look, they're older, so I think that's that. I do worry about it, but maybe it'll be great. I know the music is going to be good. I know kids are going to love it. I just don't want to. I think it might end up being in the same realm as Frozen 2,
which made $1 billion.
So like it makes all this money, but was it better than Frozen? No, but it doesn't have to be better. It just needs to be the same characters on a new adventure and make the money.
I think Frozen 2 is better than Frozen.
Really?
Yeah.
I liked it about the same as the first Frozen.
Yeah.
I liked it about the same. I didn't mind Frozen 2.
Yeah.
Two Frozen.
I mean, they're Frozen. Yeah, we're gonna get a third one. It's gonna make another $bazillion. Yeah. So, but yeah, I mean, the plot will be interesting. I'm kind of curious, because the first one was an easy plot, just here save the people, and it's nothing crazy. It's what they do. How you're gonna unite all the people is a little bit more interesting because I think originally this was supposed to be a TV show. It's supposed to be a Disney Plus TV show, and then whatever
the islands and bring all the islands together.
Yeah, you could do something like that in a TV show. Do like a 10 episode thing. But I'm pretty sure like Bob Iger when he came back, he's like, no, this is gonna be a movie. Stop it. We're gonna make a fortune with this thing. So, I think it'd be pretty good. It'd be interesting. I'm kind of curious to like what is she gonna do to unite her people or all the islands or something like that. So I'm kind of curious.
Yeah.
But like you said, music's gonna be on point, everything's gonna be on point, and
it's gonna make money. It's gonna make crazy money.
Yeah. It's gonna make a ton.
Deuce brought it up. Disney needs great songs to make a lot of money. Yeah. Oh
yeah. Lin-Manuel Miranda is like their go-to.
I think that Porky is right. Frozen 2 is worse because it has worse songs.
Yeah, I mean, I do agree. I think
that's good,
not as catchy and not as good. But I thought the overall plot in 2 was better. And I'm like, for me, Disney songs aren't as important, at least not yet. And my kid's not big enough. But once you have a kid, then it becomes important because that's how they remember things.
If you don't let it go, how many times it get you sick from here? Let it go. Come on.
Well, I didn't have a kid at the time, and I wanted to like stab my ears. So
you're like, I'll put pistol in each one. Like,
yeah, just like I better. All right, let's see what you guys are saying in chat. Where we at? Kenny Sparks says, Moana. Yes. Hopefully we'll do the alien one later. I gotta watch the first one. Bro, Cleves, watch the first one. It is a great movie, man.
Yeah, you missing out on that one.
Yeah, it is a fun movie. That Brian always sings it, whenever I bring it up. The Maui song that he sings,
I could explain every national phenomenon. The grass, the something that there's the ground. That was just messing around. I buried the eel. I killed the eel. I buried his guts. Sprouted the tree. What you got? Coconuts. What is the message? What's on the breakaway? Don't mess with Mallory when he was on the breakaway. And then tattoos are here on my skin, or something to the victories I win. Look at me, I make everything happen. Look at the million mile, the tipping and tapping and tapping and tapping and tapping. Hey, yeah.
And then it's great because like obviously the dude who wrote freaking Hamilton is gonna do his research and understand the character, like the mythology of Maui, and put it in song. So I was like.
Mm-hmm.
Like it's not only catchy, but you're also learning.
Tafiti is. All that.
Yeah. Jorge say excited for Moana, and then Deuce said I'm gonna pass. Wow.
If you don't have any kids, it's gonna be hard to sneak in there. So you might have to pass. Like
yeah. Said Moana 2 and Inside Out 2 are both passes for you. Really, man.
I really am not enthusiastic about Inside Out 2, so I'm with you. I'm with you on that one. I'm pretty done with Pixar.
I'm not ready for the emotional damage Inside Out 2 is going to cause me.
Yeah,
I wasn't ready for the first one. I was like, why am I like about to cry over a stupid ass like imaginary friend who died?
Yeah.
Don't do that. Hey, what the hell? I love being bummed.
Yeah, I'm done with Pixar. Soul was the last straw for me. I can't do it anymore.
Yeah, like, no more crying.
Like
no.
He literally died. You watched him.
Yeah.
Oh my god. No.
I just after Soul, I just stared out the window for a good 10 minutes.
You see, Radius had his hand on his back. Look at the window.
Got to play
yeah, I can't with Pixar anymore. There's enough existential dread in everyday life as it is. I don't want to go to the movies and be reminded, especially not an animated movie.
Yeah.
Thank you, Pixar, but no thanks.
So you only can kick me in the balls so many times.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
Right? Before I stop playing.
Yeah, I ain't got time for all that.
Kenny said, I'm a fan of time jumps in animated movies as well. If Incredibles 3 ever happens, I'd love to see Dash and Violet as college age superheroes.
Me too. Yep. Mm-hmm. Yeah, jump ahead a few years.
Yeah. Oh, so, Maury, I'm on Moana. Who is the father?
Look at the noses, Maury. Look at the noses.
Look at the eyes. That's the same eyes. Exactly the same. Oh man, I never seen either Frozen movie. You got to get on that one day.
Wow.
I'm not even gonna lie. If you don't have kids, like Frozen for me, like maybe it's because I don't have kids, especially I don't have like girls. They weren't the easiest watches for me. Like I didn't sit down like and got sucked in right away. It was just like I'm like, oh, okay. I get why little kids love it. I get why little kids love it. It just it didn't have that adult factor that a lot of Pixar movies tend to have. Like, yeah, the kids are gonna love it, but also adults are gonna love it.
I mean, but they did kill their parents. They did kill their parents immediately. So I mean, that's
Disney 101 at this point. Yeah. You can't have a Disney movie if parents don't die.
Exactly.
Yeah. Disney movies song me money. Agreed. Oh shit. Okay, I'm like way behind. We're gonna skip around a little bit. Mama Bear said, I've always been a Disney junkie. Same, ever since I was a little kid. Got all the VHSs, and now I'm collecting all the Blu-rays, stuff like that. Horror Geek said, Inside Out, Deadpool, Moana are the only big hopes for the box office year to have a movie reach $1 billion. Deadpool, Moana, Inside Out. I agree with those three, but I don't know if they're the only ones. I would have to look at the list, but I agree.
I'm trying to think, like, is there something else that's going? I can see getting $1 billion.
Yeah. Travis said, maybe it's me. Inside Out 2 looks like a Disney Plus show that has made into a movie, which is so funny because Moana 2 is literally that. Because I'm sure it'll be good, but the movie like Kung Fu Panda 4, Onward, Lightyear, Megamind 2, they feel cheaper. Yeah, the Megamind 2 thing was, oh God, well, that was
why.
Yeah, it was bad. Lightyear, it looked good. It was like peak Pixar visually, but man, that was just not a good story. Like,
no, it was like Interstellar light.
Interstellar for kids.
Yeah. Which sucks. There was a lot more they could have done with Lightyear. Just look at the cartoon. Buzz Lightyear is Star Command. That one had the right idea.
Oh, I did. So Kenny says Craven's definitely hitting $1 billion, right? And then he goes, I actually love Lightyear. I can't take I can't take this serious after you said this. So, like I'm just assuming you're exaggerating on you loved Lightyear.
You know what?
Yeah.
Lightyear, the problem is they had a chance to make it really, really good. And it could have been awesome and just did not hit. I think you guys are missing a movie that could make $1 billion, and that's Despicable Me 4.
Yes. Oh, yes.
True.
100%. 100%. Right. It's coming out 4th of July weekend.
It's the right timing. People are all off work. You're forgetting about Joker. The first one made $1 billion, so I can't see this one not making $1 billion.
That'd be interesting. I think it'll make a good amount of money. The $1 billion is going to be close. It depends if it's a good movie. Joker 1 was such an interesting thing that people want to go see it. I don't know if this one's going to be. But like Moana 2, like movies make $1 billion because people go see it multiple times. You know what I mean? Moana 2 is going to it's going to get really, really close, I think, because like Brian said, the time it's coming out, a winter break, winter vacation, and kids are going to see this thing on repeat if, like
every week, because you're going to want to find something to do with your kids, and what you're going to do is go back to see Moana again.
Yeah, it's cold out.
15 times.
Yeah, you go do your Santa thing, do your Winter Wonderland thing, and go see Moana for the 5th time. So
Exactly.
Yeah. So and Brandon Davis said, I can't say I'm gonna rush out and go see it, especially spending $12 on a pub burger.
Hey, it costs a lot of money to make, man.
Oh man, I actually remember Mulan songs. Yeah, man, those are amazing. And you had Donny Osmond, of course, who whenever you have stuff like that, But yeah, Mulan songs are Lion King, obviously. Like
That's the other thing.
Songs make the movie.
No, but Mufasa is another movie that could make $1 billion.
It could.
Oh, forgot about that.
That's another.
And Sonic 3 comes out that month too. So.
Yeah,
December's gonna be interesting.
I don't know if it's gonna make $1 billion, but I think that might be. I think it's gonna be a super entertaining movie because I love the first two Sonics.
So. And they got a following. The first 2 Sonic movies, so it's already generated a lot of goodwill between the first 2 movies and the Knuckles series.
Well, I can see Sonic making 4 or maybe 400 million. I think
I can see Sonic doing maybe 6 max.
I can see it about there.
Look at what's come out now, and that's what's at $400 million.
That's true.
So
what's the last kid movie though? Because you got to figure it's more kiddie. Where did Kung Fu Panda end at? Yeah, where did that end at? I don't know where. I'm gonna have to look that up. I
want to say it was about
like 450. Yeah. So I'll look that up and check. Real quick, I saw what Kane said. He said, as expensive as movies are, do you think kids will be in theaters for repeat viewings?
Yes.
Yeah.
Because as a parent, you're so tired of your kids sometimes. And during that time, you need to find something to do with them, and it's cold outside. Yes, I think they'll be in the movie theater multiple times, no matter how much it costs, just for peace of mind.
Yeah, just to have being able to turn off your brain, because you don't have to worry about chasing your kids, feeding your kids, this, that. For those 2 hours, you just be like, I am mentally gonna fall asleep right here. And it really is. But and also, kids love watching shit on repeat.
Yeah,
I'm finding that out right now because God damn it, man, I can only listen to that Mickey Mouse Clubhouse song so many times.
So. It's the Mickey Mouse Clubhouse. Come inside, it's fun inside.
Or the hot dog song. At least the hot dog song is kind of funny.
Hot dog, hot dippity dog.
Yeah. So
I know none of these songs because I have no kids.
Yeah.
The further away you get from it makes it's funny, but I used to hate it so much.
Yeah. When you're in the thick of it, like you either don't know about it, like Brandon, or you're so far away from it, like Brian, where it's like a memory at this point. And I'm in the thick of it right now, where I was like, "Oh my god, can I watch anything else? Anything else?" Now we're watching a lot of Miss Rachel, and she does like her things. But Miss Rachel is awesome. I love Miss Rachel. But she does like her things. She goes, "You'll stick it in or put it in, put it," and then she has this long ass pause. And like in.
That sounds like a problem.
Yeah. That's why. Oh my god, the memes that come out of her like saying stuff like that, like put it in, and like
the memes that come out of her,
out of her. Because adults are dirty, and she says very simple things that could be turned into dirty things with the adult mind. But
you knew what you were saying. Come
on. What's that? Hello, my daughter was all about Frosty the Snowman all year long. Miss Rachel needs a new episode. I'm so sick of watching the same Miss Rachel over. I think she puts out stuff like pretty often, but if you put it on YouTube and you just put like her stuff, it just repeats, and it'll just repeat like the more popular stuff like over and over again. Carson and Billy would be tough for any of these. I think it's Despicable Me 4, Beetlejuice 2, Mufasa, and Quiet Place are going to be big. I don't think Beetlejuice 2 is going to be that big. Like who was I talking? I was talking to I will come Norwegian Batman because Toby dark movies. That's what we labeled him, was Norwegian Batman, because he. Yeah. But he did this Beetlejuice reaction, and he said, like, in one of my comments that I put on there, that like he's like, man, a lot of people are like hating on the original Beetlejuice, and in turn hating on Beetlejuice too, and
which is weird.
I can't say he's wrong, you know. I mean, even John Campea, something like John Campea, I watch John Campea like every day. You know, he's like, I don't like Beetlejuice 1, and I was like, broke my heart. Like, what?
Yeah, no, John Campea, I disagree with him so much. I just almost expect it at this point. I expect it. So, yeah. Me and him gonna argue. It's whatever.
Oh, yeah. But the other ones I can see. Quiet Place 2 be interesting. I think it's gonna be a good amount of money, but it's not $1 billion.
It's not $1 billion because it's an R-rated movie. It's not going to get kids. Kids have to be part of your $1 billion.
This one's gonna be R-rated?
A Quiet Place?
I had no idea. Because I know the first two are PG-13.
I know the first two but I thought this one. But maybe I'm wrong. Maybe it's PG-13. But I don't see kids going to go see it either.
Yeah, I'm not sure if it's going to be a billion. I'm sure it'll do good. Personally, I'm just waiting for it to come and go, because I am sick of seeing the trailer for it every time I go to the theater.
Didn't make 800 million. I don't see A Quiet Place making 800 million. If Dune 2 didn't make it,
no, it is PG-13.
That has to be that required. You have to be able to pass Dune 2
to be but like, they're gonna be good movies, but they're not gonna be. Animated movies are, especially like sequels to beloved animated movies, are gonna do the closest to $1 billion. And Deadpool. And I saw this one. Brandon goes, I hate the damn marching ants.
It's 11:27. We haven't talked Acolyte.
Yeah. let's I know.
Let's get to the Acolyte at last, right?
I know. Let me bring this down. Let me end it real quick. So appreciate everyone checking us out, talking about Moana 2. Leave a comment down below. Let us know what you think about it. Did you like it? Did you hate it? What are you expecting? Any theories? All that fun stuff. Make sure you hit that subscribe button, hit that like button, come and join us every Monday and Thursday. If you're watching on the replay, thank you guys for checking us out. But if you're watching live, stick around, because we're gonna move on to our next topic for the night. Cool. That's how you know it's summertime in Chicago.
Yeah, it's like someone got shot, guys. Summertime shine.
Yeah. All right, let's talk about the Acolyte, because I am excited. How do I put this in? Yeah, it's cool. It's a Star Wars Z background, right?
It works for me.
Yeah, I'll mix it up. All right, let's talk about this, because damn. Let's go. All right, what is up? Welcome to the Spoiler Kings. My name is Tink Kramer. I'm with Brandman Brandon, Brian the Grizzly, and we are going to talk about the Acolyte, episode 1 and 2. We got the first couple episodes of this brand new Star Wars show on Disney Plus. Yeah, I don't know what else. So we're getting into spoilers. So if you haven't watched it, go watch it. Come back and join the chat and let us know what you think about it. So yeah, anybody live. Also, warning, spoiler warning. But right off the bat, let's start with Brandman. What you think about it?
I liked it in the sense that, like, right when it started, I automatically started asking questions. I always like watching Amanda Stenberg. I like her as an actress, so seeing her in the dual roles was pretty interesting, especially in the role of was it Osha
and
May.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I like that. So I'm curious to see where they go, especially more with the character of May and why she's doing what she's doing. I like how it pretty much immediately hooked your attention in the beginning with that kind of like had a little shock value in there. And as I've said in the past, I'm always all for more Star Wars world building, which this one does. I like that it does build the world, but the story's kind of contained so far. They don't they don't go like too big, at least not yet. And like I said, it had me asking questions, and not only that, I kind of want answers to the questions.
Yeah.
So
I guess that's the easy thing to do is make you ask questions, but caring about the answers, I guess, is where they get you, right?
Yeah. So I'm already kind of invested in that regard. Yeah. So fight choreography was super cool too.
Yeah. That was
fight choreography is awesome.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Kenny OSHA's light side, or former light side, but definitely more light side. May it was dark side. ... Yeah. So anybody watching, go check out Kenny Sparks. He's got his reaction and theories and thoughts about it. So yeah, go check out Kenny Sparks for some more Star Wars talk. But Brian, what you think about the episodes?
So for Star Wars, first off, I want to say I believe you have to have the Force for it to be a good show. I 100% believe it. I don't care what anyone else says about it. If you don't have the Force, it doesn't work. So having that, and then having some lightsabers, and then the idea that the Jedi have taken over and become arrogant in their pursuit, it's an interesting concept. It really is. Killing Carrie-Anne Moss that fast, even I kind of knew that was coming.
Yeah,
I was like, you gonna have the star like Carrie-Anne Moss just kill her like this, like without any explanation or nothing? Like that was a little shocking to me. I like the characters of what we're getting right now. Even though some of them are seem very douchey, but that kind of works because of what what the Jedi are right now. The first episode did get me asking a lot of questions. The second episode, I was like, okay, why is this girl? Seemed like she was confused about what they're talking about. I just saw her kill him, and then I was like, oh, you're not the same person. So
yeah.
But a lot of this stuff you're not figuring out. They're building more. They're building a lot of this stuff, and I'm enjoying watching them build. But I will say this caveat: if they don't get somewhere, we could be in episode 4 and be like, "This is boring as crap," because they better get somewhere with this whole thing, and they better introduce who the villain really is.
Yeah. I think they did. Well, they teased them. They're like, oh, she has a master. He's on the rock speaking scary, and in the trailers we saw it too. But the trailer thing better not be at the very, very end of it.
That is what I'm worried about.
But yeah. Anything else?
No, I mean, besides that, I was happy that we had 2 episodes that you're doing it, but I'm very, very happy to see Daphne King again, even though she's in all this makeup, you barely could tell. But it was just, those are cool things. It's a good start to a story, but you better do something.
Because you know what else was a good start to the story? Kenobi. Episode 1 was like, ooh, okay, let's go. And then by episode 4, you're like, this is
by episode 4, you're like this.
Trash. Yeah.
What?
Like who? Yeah, what? Vader? Huh? What? Yeah. So Anzo, Bigger for Entertainment, said it was boring. Wow. I don't think it was not. I want to say it was boring. It was action packed, I think, because the action was right off the bat was really good. Like for me, like I'm interested. I have a lot of questions, like Brandman, like right off the bat, a lot of questions. I'm not fully sold on this is going to be a great show because I'm so jaded from stuff like Kenobi. But I thought it was off to a good start. It's asking questions where you're like, oh, okay, what's going on here? What's going on here? It's I don't know if it's supposed to feel like that, but it feels like a murder mystery to me. And at first it was like,
what happened?
Murdering the Jedi.
Exactly.
But now it's like, what happened on that planet with the twins? I'm like, what's going on, and I'm really curious where, this Jedi thought that the other twin was dead, but now the other twin, May, thought Osha was dead. So I was like, what is going on? And I'm really curious, and I love how the Jedi seem very douchey. They seem very arrogant and cocky and just like we're the best, kind of shit. And it's what's his name? The dude. The dude with
Fonder.
the Killmonger. What's his name?
Fonder.
Was that your
Yeah.
I think I'm not supposed to like the character yet, but he comes off very arrogant, very cocky, but also very scared too, which is very interesting because I'm like, how are you a knight? You know what I mean? It's like, how did you get to that level, bro? Like, are they just accepting everyone into the Jedi Knight right now at this time? They're like, yeah, you can do shit. Cool. Boom. Here you go.
Dude, it's like another level of college. That's
right.
Like it's just, I made it to the master's program.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Who
did you know? Who's your dad though?
Jordan. Yeah. Who's your dad though? Zach. So like for him, it's like, I think you're not supposed to like, oh yeah, no, you're a dick, man. You're an ass, but you're also very scared, because like she comes walking in the door and she grabs, the awesome. I love her little droid though. I want that already. Like I got this one from the only good thing from the damn Kenobi show. Like I love this little droid. I love the droids in Star Wars. I want that droid. Like I want it so bad. Also, it like turns on and shit. It's awesome. I love this thing, but I want that droid. But she goes to reach for it, and when she reaches for it, he's like, like a cop that's not trained, like grabs the gun right away. You know what I mean? It's like goes right to the lightsaber, and she's like, "Calm down, bro." Like, like calm
It's
down.
funny because he knows her.
Yeah, which is even more like
you were under me when I was training to be a Jedi, and somehow you made it here.
Yeah. But it even like shows like how he is not at the level of somebody like Soul. Like Soul trusts his instincts, where Yurt is like, I know you, but also you have this, you're a suspect, so therefore, I'm not gonna trust my feelings, even though
you did exactly what you said. A douchey cop. That's what he feels like. A douchey cop.
Like a brand new douchey cop. That's what it feels like. Yeah. That's what it kind of like the Jedi kind of are in this show, at least I feel like, was like you can easily replace them with like detectives, like and it would be like still a good show, which is good, like that's kind of what I want. I want a cool like crime mystery show, and I want to know what's kind of going on. So and all the questions I have are I same like Brandman said, like I'm interested. I want the answer. You know what I mean? So but I'm not a big fan of the High Republic. The High Republic, like Deuce said, not the High Republican era. The High Republic era is a Disney created era in Star Wars. So it's all brand new Disney created stuff. And it's like 130 years before. I think it's 135 BBY. So it's like 100 years before the prequels, something like that. So yeah, where's Yoda? I mean, Yoda should be alive.
We're going to see Yoda.
I hope so. I don't know. What's her name? The showrunner made it seem like she's like, maybe not.
Yeah. The way she said it to me said like you're going to see Yoda.
Yeah.
In a council meeting or something like that, because he's still part of the council, probably head of the council.
It has to be. But yeah, man, like I know I said it, but you brought it up, and then I was like, yeah, this thing is it's a cop show with Jedi. It's like, oh, I can go after her. Like, no, get your ass back in here. We need to talk about it. He goes, but I know where they're going. They're like, listen, the boss said you got to talk about it. So, going some comments real quick. Kane said, I think Osha is going to the dark side. You don't shoot at your twin sister who you thought was dead for 16 years, but that's some dark side. Okay.
No, so but she also blamed her for killing the rest of her family.
Yeah. But I thought she missed on purpose, though.
She didn't miss on purpose.
That's what it looked like to me.
Okay.
Yeah. You don't think so?
Where's like, yeah. Because now I can say I shot at you, but it was like 10 feet over your shoulder, kind of thing, So, and it was
I
like
tried to
oh,
kill her. I really did. I promise you.
Yeah. So yeah, despite the fact that I love these 2 episodes, I could fall off the cliff quick. Yeah, just like Obi-Wan, hold down hope. Same. I'm right there. I'm like, okay, but at any second, I'm ready. Like, I'm done. I mean, I'll finish watching the show, but I won't like it. Sit there angry.
Angry with his life.
Make me watch this. I want to punch Jordan in the face, which is how they want me to feel. Exactly.
Yeah, he definitely has a punchable face. He has a really punchable face.
Yeah.
I think he does. He does, doesn't he?
But it's not like the physical face, but it's the way he's presenting himself, where it's like it gives him that mask of like you're not good. You're not good at your job. I'll say it that way. He's that guy who like acts like he knows everything, but then like the second he's like, oh no, we don't got that in the store. Like, oh, for real? And then like you're like coming back and like, oh, I found it. Yeah. Oh, look what I found. They have a whole box of them in the back. The Yoda immediately goes the military tactics, showing how Jedis are becoming more authoritarian. Yeah. Right off the bat. Yeah, right off the bat. I think that's what threw me off was he comes on the ship, which is already kind of like very like cop-ish, It's like, what's going on here? I heard there's some trouble in the neighborhood, and then like he was right off the bat going to do the Jedi mind trick. I'm like, bro, like you legit like scare tactic that them.
Oh, I thought it was more like he learned a new thing and he wanted to use it right away because he just learned it last week. He's that wet behind the ears. He's just become a knight.
Yeah. What if we find out he doesn't even know how to do it? He was just like, which I think would even make it worse, because it's like, so they're scared of that thing, and you use it, which I think that would just make it even worse.
Continue making.
Yeah, right. Think of a color. Start saying every color. It's a solution to everything. Yep. I think Yoda's a punk because, like Bane said in Rise, victory has defeated you. They've both been peacetime for centuries. There we go. So Anzo, who said he thought it was boring so far, said, so she killed Jedi for what happened on the planet and thinks her sister is dead. Now her sister, and if she sees her sister, then runs away. It made no sense. I think it made sense. I mean, you're being chased.
Yeah, I got that.
Yeah. I mean, I thought that was kind of interesting. That they both thought each other were dead. So I'm like, huh, okay.
But that made you feel like something's going on with the Jedi. They did something.
The second dude that was floating when she finally got his attention, and he said something along the lines. He goes, "Oh, I thought we were doing the right thing." I was like, that really got me hooked into like what happened on that planet.
What did you do? Did they cause this whole death? That's what's going on.
Yeah. So no, I mean, if you think she's dead, but you're also like being chased, so it's like you don't stop and get captured after you just kill 2 Jedi.
Hey, hold on. I know I just killed somebody and I'm the main suspect, but I need to talk to her real quick.
Yeah. Give me 2 minutes. Yeah, she missed on purpose. Yeah, that's what I felt. The dispute between whether Osha was kicked out or she left voluntary is giving dark side. Yeah, because they kind of, I believe I have to watch it one more time, but I think she said voluntary, but I think the Jedi Council was like, oh, she got kicked out of the order.
Left. I think she left.
Yeah. That no, she just sucks at aiming, like she sucks using the Force. I was like, oh, she's a stormtrooper. She's a stormtrooper.
It's funny how Osha and May, to being twins, didn't seem like the same power levels.
Yeah. Feel so guilty taking the poison. Yeah. So yeah, I'm curious about all that stuff. So one thing I'll let you guys go. One thing I was expecting, especially after that first scene, and she wakes up in the bed. I'm like, ooh, are we gonna get like a split personality, like
I
Dark
thought it was the
Side
same person too.
and
I thought it was the same person too. That's what
I'm like, where she doesn't remember doing all the bad shit because that's a different personality to her. That
like
to me would have been so much more interesting. And then we found out it's twins again, twins in the Star Wars universe. I was like, I don't hate it. Don't get me wrong, but the split personality would have been really, really interesting. You know, do a Moon Knight kind of thing, but one Jedi, one Sith.
Moonlight. But I was thinking that what they're doing is they're doing the twin thing on purpose for Star Wars, and that the dark side and the light side are really twins. They're really the same.
Yeah, yin and yang kind of thing.
Yeah.
All that stuff. Yeah. Here, before you go, it said yes, that your sister. Now everything you believe was a lie. You're gonna want to reconnect with your sister. Yeah, and that's what I think is gonna happen. I think she's gonna go back to her master and be like, "Bro, you told me she's dead, you know, and she's not, you know." So now is May gonna be like questioning that, you know, and then she has to make a decision. You know, do you want to become stronger in the dark side, or do you want to go chill with your sister? You know, and I know it's gonna be like, you know, big issue, which is one of the reasons why I like Kenny's thing. You know, it's like, you know, they're gonna start feeling each other so much where like, is the bad guy gonna become the good guy and the good guy become the bad guy? Because again, they're twins, so they all have to be opposites. You know,
now see, that's the problem because she already killed 2 Jedi, so she can't become the good guy.
No. She killed the first one with a friggin' cheap shot too, like a coward.
Yeah. Which just shows you how evil she, like how bad she is, you know, like you did a bad guy. That's a bad guy move. You know, that's every villain in every movie has done that. Like, like, how many times have we seen that in every single comic book movie? Like, oh, are you going to save this person or yourself? You know, so. But also, you're an effing Jedi. You're telling me you can't stop that and handle that like at the same time? Like, that's my thing, is like, these Jedi need to be the best of the best of the best Jedi ever, because it's the High Republic. It's when they're the most cockiest and the best. You're telling me Carrie Ann Moss's character couldn't stop that,
or even like know that she's attacking you, that she's doing both.
I think she knew, because as soon as May looked at the person, she's like, oh shit, you're gonna kill him, and then I'm gonna be open for the attack. But also, it's like
all she had to do was use her lightsaber.
Yeah, so that's when issues start coming, is like when you have these characters like Jedi who are super OP'd. You know, you're telling me you couldn't stop that and like force push her at the same time? Like, I don't know. But that's a nerdy nitpick.
Yeah, it was all shock value. You know, we all know Carrie Ann Moss's Trinity. You know, it's like, oh, Trinity just died again. If you're being technical about it. But I think they were just going for shock value, because I think they kind of hyped Carrie Ann Moss to have like this big like lasting role, only for that to happen 5 minutes in.
Felt very squeamish, didn't it?
It did feel very squeamish. Yep, it sure did. That's probably the most apt way to describe it.
Anzo said, but she also killed her with a weapon, and her master said no weapons. Then the line, Jedi only pull their sabers to kill, that was made up. So I know she's supposed to kill a Jedi without using a weapon, because in order to make her master happy. Then the line, Jedi only pull sabers to kill, that was made up. I thought that was a little weird. You know, I thought that was a little weird. Like, you only, like, oh, we're peace people, and she even said, she goes, oh, I don't attack. But then she pulls out her saber, and it's like, oh, you only pull out saber when you want to kill somebody. And I was like, really? You know, because but also this is High Republic shit. So like we're thinking of like, you know, the New Republic kind of stuff with you know, Obi-Wan and all that, where like your saber could be used as a defensive weapon, not, you know, not just for killing somebody. So again, it's High Republic stuff. So I don't know if that's a thing. I don't know. I did think that was like kind of weird. I was like, like what? Like, I don't know. Because even in throughout like a real history, swords can be used defensively. They're not the best defense, but they're also not a lightsaber where they can milk shit. So, but yeah, it's there. Like I said, there's little things that like kind of like, okay, whatever, and something like that. They kind of pull it. But I'm kind of curious, like why does she have to kill a Jedi without using a weapon?
I don't know if it's a Jedi or is those Jedi, these Jedi specifically.
I think one of those 4 Jedis. Yeah, I think it's one of those 4 Jedis that she has to kill. Or that without a weapon. I love that we're gonna get a not Chewbacca, a Wookiee.
A Wookiee
Jedi. Yeah, the idea of that is awesome.
Yeah, so I'm super excited about that. I think Vader proves that you can turn good after killing a few billion folks.
Yeah, but it doesn't mean you're gonna be seen as a Jedi. We're not gonna let you be a Jedi again.
I mean, he's able to let you die in peace. Force ghosts. He's able to force ghosts, and only Jedi are able to force ghosts.
Yeah, but I'm saying that we're not going to populate, like the Jedi Council won't allow that to happen. The only way that happens is if you die. Martyr them.
That's interesting. That's interesting. But there are other people that done it. I'll say Craven. Raven, not Raven. Raven? Fuck, you make me forget names now. But he had another like awesome mask, but he was Old Republic kind of stuff. And dude flip-flop like every other week, man. He goes, I'm a good guy, I'm a bad guy, I'm a good guy. I think he legit like flip-flop like twice. So yeah, right.
Reven.
Yeah. I was like, I don't know, like I'm gonna say Craven, but not Craven. Yeah, Reven. I don't know why I'm pronouncing his name wrong, but yeah, he flip-flopped a few times. Yeah, but I think the writing that is telling us that she's disobeying her master by using weapons. Her and Quinn with the poison are both disobeying. Yeah, even that dude. I'm super curious on who that dude is. I have a theory. He is the master, but she doesn't know it.
Really?
That's my theory. Like I take off the mask. I'm this little, goober guy who's whatever, puts on the mask and he's like a fucking Sith Lord, So that's my what I think. Okay, Anzo said, I didn't hate the show, but it was just meh. Okay. I mean, I can't argue with that, man. I can't argue. Like, it's gonna take a couple more episodes, I think, for people to really gather their full feelings on it, for the most part. But,
to know exactly to know what's really going on.
We know what the show becomes.
Exactly.
Yeah. See, Kenny likes that theory. Or the mom. Ooh, shit! I like that. The mom is the Sith Lord. That'd be kind of interesting. Or the dad, of the
could be
or something like that. That'd be kind of interesting. Why he's like, yeah, maybe.
No, but they said you killed their whole family.
I mean, but also is that the same thing where like, Vader killed Anakin type of shit, from a certain point of view, so I don't know. Maz almost positive for you, Hanzo. It's like right there.
That means it was good, guys. We made it. Hanzo, didn't hate it. Yeah.
Any theories, any thoughts? Anything else you guys wanted to bring up or talk about for the first 2 episodes?
That definitely is a Darth something because they're going to have that planet, and they're going to build upon the planet. So he's definitely going to be one of those Darth. I don't know enough of them, like Pegasus or whatever.
Yeah, it would have to be somebody new that we haven't heard of yet. In the OG lore.
But it's only 100 years, so you can still be one of those same masters, just younger.
Yeah. Oh my God! If they do this, both twins lived and Palpatine came back somehow. Oh my God! I would hate it. The idea, Darth Goober.
I don't believe live. I don't.
No, yeah. Any theories? Anything that in this episode or the first 2 episodes that you were like, oh shit, that's cool, or that's kind of lame?
I just found it very interesting because Daphne King was it Lon or something like that? Jackie Lon or something like that.
Which one? Oh, her character.
Yeah.
I forget what.
But she's someone like I don't understand how she's someone else's Padawan.
Right, I thought she was his.
Yeah, so Padawan.
She was Padawan.
Oh, she's Soul's Padawan. I was thinking that she was your Fandar Padawan. I was like, how's that work?
Maybe
because Soul had a Padawan already, right?
It was Osha.
It was May or Osha. I'm sorry, it's Osha. Yeah. And did they give you another one right away? Like, hey, you failed at this one. Here's another one right away. So I thought that she was someone's Padawan. I thought it was like, Yord.
Mm-hmm. Who is that master? Yeah, the Padawan of Jedi Master Soul. That's according to the Wikipedia.
But it makes more sense because I mean, Yord didn't have any idea, and Soul had, understood, and he gave a lot of space to her too, to make her own decisions and go with her plan and things like that. That was interesting.
But yeah, I like that. Also, the acting I thought was pretty solid from everyone. The dude from Soul, I can't remember his name, but he was in that big Netflix
Lee Jung Jae.
Yeah. I forgot what he was in on Netflix. That the huge Netflix Korean show.
Squid Game.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. He was great. I believe this is his first American role ever. And he's doing really good. I am really enjoying that character as Soul, as a Jedi, where he doesn't feel like he's so uppity, and he feels like a normal person. He feels like what it becomes in the New Republic, with that we see in the prequels and stuff like that.
I feel
there you go. He learned English just for the show. Wow. That's awesome.
That's amazing.
I mean, I don't blame him. Like, hey, learn English so you can be in the Star Wars movie. He's like,
Jackie Chan still doesn't know English. How's it?
He was an opera Star Wars show.
Movies. He's made 15 movies. He still hasn't learned English. Don't make any sense.
He's got that
only 15 too.
He does. He's got a very chill kind of vibe. I like. And he's very compassionate. I think he's very caring. He understands who his former Padawan was. Meanwhile, where Yerd was like, arrest her, maybe kill her, and he's like, chill, she's cool. I know her because he trusts his feelings. So it's like his instincts or whatever. So,
but something's going to change. So because for it to get to where we were for at the beginning. The Jedis are going to tighten down on a lot of the lore. So right now it seems like everyone's kind of really free to do whatever the hell they want. Yeah. And the lore hasn't really gotten tight. I mean, so they're not following everything to the nth degree. Kind of like what we saw at the top beginning of the Jedi in the prequels were just following. They're real tight. Real this is exactly what we're going to do. We got to follow exactly this. So what changed here, whatever happened to get them to that has to happen here. and that's what I feel like May and Darth Spoiler Crew.
Yeah.
I feel like May and
OSHA.
what's her name? Their other entity is May, and then it's OSHA, right?
OSHA, yeah.
Both go
Mhm.
dark, and they both die, or they kill each other, something like that. And but you see the going from light to dark, and they shouldn't have ever trained her because she was older, and that's what caused all this stuff, and that's why they're going to be so tight with their laws going to the prequels.
Mhm.
I can see that. I like that. Yeah. Because who said it here? Since the show's called The Acolyte, do we think the bad guys win? And I do.
Yeah, same.
Yeah.
I don't know if they win. I think they die though.
Yeah. I think they strike a blow, like kind of what Brian was saying. Like they strike a blow to the Jedi Order where because it's the end of this era. This is it. This is the end of the High Republic era that all the books were leading up to, all the other stories and all that crazy stuff. So this is going to lead into the new era of the prequels, which I could be wrong, but I thought it's called the New Republic, not New Republic. I got to go back in, but like that era of Star Wars, that prequel era. So, but yeah, I think they're gonna win, but not win where like all Jedi are gone, but enough where they're like, oh shit.
Mhm.
Yeah, keep
I feel like they're going to say like we killed the dark side again, and they're arrogant again, but we got to be tighter on our own rules, and then they get tighter and allow the dark side to continue to rise up.
Yeah, like just like was that like they try to choke it and control it so much that like
it causes
paying attention, it causes like
wildfire.
Yeah,
and all of a sudden, by the time you realize it, it's right on your nose.
Yeah. Which makes sense because like that's the prequels, right? I mean, the whole point of the prequels is like how the Emperor became the Emperor and how Shiv Palpatine, became in charge. I don't know. Whenever I say his name altogether, like his name is Shiv. His first name is like Shiv. Yeah,
because what does he do? He shivs you.
He shivs you with the prison shank. The dark side better win. Yep. Win as in like striking a major blow. That's what
they get killed off. Yeah, that's what's going to happen.
They die, but they make a big impact. I think.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Because start to question what's going on.
Yeah, exactly. Which y'all be, Jedi or Sith? What would you guys think you would be?
Jedi. I like my brown eyes.
You don't want them yellow?
No. I'm very fond of my own eyes.
Yeah.
As much as I would love to be a Sith Lord, I'm too nice.
Yeah. And yeah, same Jedi. Like I would be like that Jedi who like looks like he should be a Sith. Like, hey, why? Because like my lightsaber that I built, like I don't have it near me, but like it's all spiky and all blacked out and like like it looks evil, But I was like, yeah, that would like I would be like spikes everywhere, all in black. But I'm the good guy. Don't worry. Like an evil, like imagine seeing Darth Maul, but good.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but yeah, it would definitely be a Sith. Yeah, unless you guys got anything else.
No, it's a good start. I mean, we're going to be able to really look into this more often, starting next week, and I'm interested to see where it goes from here.
Yeah. At this point in time, it's like, it's a good jumping off spot. So
yeah, enough. What I've been hearing in other channels and stuff like that was the screeners got to watch the first 4 episodes, and they said episode 3 is kind of like the hook. That's where they get you. So hopefully Hopefully. I mean, I want Star Wars to be good. You know, like I really, really do. So and so far, so good, but it needs to be a good show overall, not just a few good episodes, you know. So but yeah. That and also Brian probably knows I hate that they call her OSHA because the first thing I think of is like not being safe at work because like an OSHA violation.
Yep. OSHA violation.
Oh.
Every single time they say her name, I'm like, oh, what she got the boots on, you know, not non-slip.
Yeah, see the clipboard.
Somebody in the corner is like, that's not safe. That's a violation.
You didn't wash your hands.
Yeah. That's the only thing that like it's just me because I'm weird. It was just OSHA. I was like, really? It's like yeah, but I'll get over it. But cool. Yeah, you know, so that's our thoughts with this episode. You know, we're all kind of on the same page of really liking it and excited to see where it goes, but hoping it goes in a positive direction.
Yeah, because some of the Star Wars shows have had solid starts, and then they go like this, and then they go up, they hook your attention again, and then they go like this. I hope it just kind of stays upward.
Yeah. I mean, it could be a multiple season thing too if they really want to do it. You know, I'm if it's done right. But well, yeah. But cool. Yeah. If you're watching on the replay, thank you guys for checking us out on the replay. Hit that like button, hit the subscribe button, leave a comment down below. Let us know what you thought about the Acolyte so far. Did you like it? Did you hate it? Any theories where you think it might go? So leave a comment. And if you're watching live, stick around because we're gonna finish things up for the night. All right. And done. To be fair, lightsabers would be an OSHA violation. I mean, what's the first thing Luke does when he gets it? Is looks down the barrel. Like that's an OSHA violation. Don't look down the barrel of the thing that. He goes, "There's not that much PPE for him." That's funny. That's funny. But yeah, but cool. Yeah, I'm ready to get out of here, man.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah. So yeah, appreciate everyone in chat. You know, Deuce, Kenny, Horror Geek, Kyle, you know, of course, Mama Bear. Always appreciate you. And I'll bring this up real quick. And all of our channel members, all the spoiler crew members, Mama Bear. I know I gotta change that. Mama Bear, Anzo with Big Four Entertainment, Omar Dre Mac, Zach Attacks, Brandon Davis, The Road to Wisdom, Danny, Cleaves, Kenny Sparks, and Mr. YouTube 92. So appreciate you guys being channel members and supporting us on that level.
And we're gonna do a drawing just for you guys. So
yes,
you win. So you get to decide how it goes.
Yep, you 10 are gonna get first picks at all the goodies, and then we're gonna do all the subscribers. So if you want to double dip in that in the contest, then you know, be a crew member and be a subscriber. But yeah, all right, let's get out of here. Yep, have a good night. Thank you guys. Thank you guys.
Have a good night, everyone.
Yeah. Got all that.
Awesome.
We'll see you guys on Monday. Have a good weekend.
Thanks, guys.
Everyone have a great weekend. Thank you.
If I press it, jeez.
Don't forget to like and subscribe. We're out here.